Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806. I love a night. 806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out G. 806. 806.
We're now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
You already know what it is. It's your boy Melly Mellon. This is the Best Damn Sports Podcast, period. This is 806 The Show. Let's go. We have a fantastic show for y'all today. As always, I am joined by my co-host to the left, former YS Hooper, Chinese food connoisseur, and the heavyweight champion of the world, R.E.G.
What up, guys? It's good to be here.
And
man.
joined by my co-host to the right, the all-time leading personal fouls, leader in personal fouls in any playground, the commissioner, Manny G.
Back in the mix. What up, y'all? What up? What up?
You see how he doesn't even dispute that? Like he know, like that's a known fact by anybody.
Oh, man, he like
Draymond
out there.
Oh, he is Draymond.
Hacker.
Corner threes only.
Let it be known.
And we figured, found a way to get this guest here. Somehow he can make every game, every baseball, basketball, football. He can make it all, and he made it here. So make some noise for McCullough, everybody. Let's go. They got you working. I was like,
back.
I was like, he was at that game too? Wait a minute, both those games played at the same damn time. What's
Yeah, how did you get there?
You pulled the Akon, remember? You know how Akon used to do that?
I went to one baseball game so far this baseball season. This weather. I told them kids, it's the weather.
Oh yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I don't even go to
tough.
Fenway.
I'm still waiting for Fenway.
I told everybody, I was like, I'll wait till May, but May ain't feeling like May.
I went once. I went to Fenway last month. Last minute tickets.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the seats were, but it was up there. It was like away from everybody. So it was
Cold.
It wasn't cold though. It wasn't cold that day.
Oh, it was not bad?
Got to see walk off and all that.
There you go.
Word.
So I don't think I'm
good
gonna go
time.
to another Red Sox game. Anytime I see a walk off, I'm like, yeah, no, nothing tops this.
Yeah.
Walk-off is fun.
Yeah.
At this point, like people go to Red Sox just to chill. Like people, there's so many people not even watching the game.
I'm walking around. I'm not even at my seats.
I'm not even watching the game. I'm at the bar. Like
I'm drinking at the bars. I'm fucking
Food and beers.
I'm watching at the TV screen. On the
Food and beers.
I legit think people go to a Red Sox game just for vibes.
just for vibes.
Really
Just
is.
to sing that shit.
Yeah.
The
seventh
wave.
inning. It's crazy that after the seventh inning, after you hear the all the songs, and they're like, you see everybody start to leave.
Only time they stay is when the Yankees are around.
You
so.
know what it is after the seventh inning, the bar closes.
Oh, okay.
There's no alcohol after seventh inning.
Oh,
Yeah,
So that's where everybody leaves.
That's why.
It's messed up.
they gotta change that.
I know, that's crazy.
Honestly, I think we should keep it the way it is. It gets a little rowdy up in Fenway.
a little rowdy
You know what
up
I
in
mean? Like, imagine like an extra inning, 14th inning, and like, I mean, they don't do that anymore. Remember back in the day, like 15, 16 inning, and you still serving alcohol? Shit's about to go down.
Everybody-
Shit's
How
about to
you
go
get home?
All right, enough with the Red Sox. It's not a baseball episode, and honestly, Red Sox are pissing me off. Celtics. We are in a playoff series again against our friends from the New York State, Koki's Knicks. Don't worry, we have already reached out to Koki. The way people are gonna stop coming to the show because the way I schedule shit, I'm gonna wait till your team gets eliminated. Then you have to come on here and answer for your goddamn team.
Yeah.
So
That's why Manny was on here when his fucking trash Suns were. But we could have started that like 6 months ago. We could have just.
whatever.
you had
Haters.
Koki on when the Yankees got eliminated.
Oh
last-
yeah. oh yeah. I hit him up, but he was on this little retreat or something. Koki Chesson disappears for the weekend, and to reset, hardworking man, he deserves his weekend off.
Oh yeah.
But
Let's go. P2P's gonna be ill this year.
absolutely,
He knew.
2 courts.
He knew what to take that vacation.
Two courts.
2 courts now.
Yeah, it's gonna be dope. Definitely dope. All right, we're taping this, and we did just lose game one, so I can't ask whether if the Knicks are gonna make it a series because I guess technically they did, but is anybody the slightest bit worried or think they have Knicks a remotely chance to beat us?
I think Manny thinks they have a chance.
That's why I was looking at him, because Manny's gonna say some shit right now.
I mean, I'm a little worried. I'm not gonna lie, and here's why. Okay, like I told you guys earlier, Celtics are known to be losing games like that. Y'all saw being up 20 in the third. It's like you got 12 minutes to go. What are you doing? Now you're down 0-1.
But they'll do that like once every 7 games.
But
so we'll be all right.
But you got to understand, now you're down 0-1. Okay, now there's a possibility that if you don't play well, you're down 0-2 in the series. That means now you're playing from behind, something you're not used to. Do you really want to play from behind?
They some dogs, though.
Huh?
This going to motivate the shit out of them.
Winning 4 straight is not as easy as being ahead, if you know what I mean.
That was the first Knicks
the
victory
thing is,
against the
like,
Celtics all
us
season.
playing
Regular
trash-
season doesn't mean anything.
Us playing trash is everybody's equal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like when we play bad, it's a close game.
They won in overtime, but there was like, and we missed 45 threes.
Crazy.
You know what I mean?
It should have never got there, but it's. I'm worried that
it's basketball.
I'm just worried that we go down.
OKC
0-2.
lost game 1. Cleveland lost game 1.
It's more expected because there's more pressure right now on OKC than the Celtics.
Why?
OKC is the team to beat in the West right now. That's what everybody thinks.
Yeah,
I think they're beatable. I think they're beatable.
I think the opposite. I think the Celtics is like, you are clearly the team that's supposed to go to the finals. You can't fuck up. If OKC doesn't make the finals, are people really going to be like, really up in arms, like, damn, like,
but the side eyes will start.
Yeah,
it's
another waste of a season.
This-
You were promising last year and you got bumped.
They're still young.
This year from being bumped last year, you went now to being number 1 seed the whole year,
Like this
dominating.
is the last year they can fuck up, and then they have one more year.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You gotta understand, like, the CBA too. Like, you need to get them rings when you can, because the chances of keeping a lot of the core players together nowadays, thanks a lot CJ McCollum, is very slim because of this CBA. So, having 2 max
Jalen
players,
Williams,
like,
freaking, he was just an all-star too. So imagine like his next contract.
Celtics have it more tough because not only do they have to prove that last year wasn't a fluke,
you're the only motherfucker that thinks last year's a fluke, bro.
Wait, what,
I give
people
them,
think that?
No. What did I just say? Manny's the only person I think. Not they, him, nigga, him.
I give them their credit for going all the way and getting that title. But again, you faced easy Miami.
okay.
No Donovan Mitchell Cavs. No Halliburton Pacers.
Okay.
And
That's the
Dallas, you just manhandled Dallas.
How many playoffs I can go through and be like, oh, they didn't play this person or this. Like, it
So the
happened.
path wasn't easier?
The path?
That's what happens when you're the number 1 seed, though.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
When you're the number 1 seed, you get the easiest path.
It's literally. That's why.
But it was easier when the star players of the other teams
But the
didn't
playoffs-
But still, you still the number 1 seed. You get those easy path. You get the easy path. It's like,
It's like the playoffs is like
The East is always
whoever
historically
can be
easier,
the
anyways.
healthiest usually wins.
tell those guys tell those teams that had all them injured players, maybe they should drink some milk or something.
That's not the Celtics' fault.
Do some better.
That's why I think the Knicks go like fall off because they're going
Next are,
They get
again,
way too
I'm
many
not going
minutes.
against the Celtics, but
this many
they got-
games in this little time and every
But okay, so
this intensity.
couple things though. The Knicks, they're 4-0 on the road right now in this playoff, so they've been playing well on the road. One thing you gotta know about the Knicks, they're never gonna give up. They're always gonna play hard. So that's one thing. But you just watched this game, and you watched first half. The Celtics shot 5 of 23 from the 3, but they got to the line 20 times, and I think they shot like 70% from inside. So those 18 missed threes really didn't matter because they balanced out. And then you look at the third quarter, they started off like the first 5-6 minutes. They were dominating. They was doing everything well. And then everything went downhill after the 20-point lead.
Yeah.
But as I
They got
called it,
comfortable as fuck, too.
I called it unserious basketball. They stopped playing serious, and you could just
They took
see
the
that.
foot off the gas.
But when them
Maybe 'cause-
dudes are playing serious, they're up 20.
They were feeling. They definitely were feeling like, damn, this shit's easy. This shit's
Yeah, it was one of those like these
first
niggas-
round was easy.
disrespecting the game.
This new round
Damn.
easy. Like, and all of a sudden they just they took their foot off.
Momentum
the
is a motherfucker.
That's what I mean. So
Momentum
it's
is a motherfucker. Like,
But they
sometimes
won't-
like,
they
oh,
won't let
shit, they come
but they-
back. And sometimes it's like, damn, it's too late. Like, they're already here.
They need that little scare though. This is what gets them to the championship. Like they need that little like, oh wait, we can't be fucking up. Let's lock in. And they always lock it.
I just think this is just the CTE Celtics that still lingers. You know, they haven't fully got that CTE out of there. You know, last year it was usually game 2, like the whole game 2 last year.
Yeah.
This year so far, it's been quarters. So they're slowly getting the CTE out of their system. I guess we gotta wait till next year for
still
them to
kinda
be
looking-
fully out of the CTE mode, but they still have it. But the one thing that was disappointing about this game, Tatum started off hot. He had 13 points in the first quarter, cooking, and then he was just chilling. He's just chilling. They usually have him bringing the ball up. He's not bringing the ball up. They have him. They have him over there.
You know
sitting in
what
the
it is?
corner. It was like, bruh.
What's really crazy? How good the Celtics are works against them sometimes. It's like this, it becomes sometimes too easy where you're just like, man, this is easy. Another pass. Oh shit. Once the threes don't make it, like, oh, all right, damn. And sometimes you get caught, you lose 20 point lead. First of all,
You start losing
this
momentum.
is a new NBA. 20 points ain't shit anymore.
Ah, yeah.
A 20-point lead is not shit
That's
anymore.
true.
You know what I mean? Like,
Like
that's
if you want to
what-
be comfortable,
that's
you
Steph
got
Curry getting hot
30,
for
40.
30 seconds. Yeah.
You gotta like
And-
jump.
and
20
also-
points in the third quarter ain't shit.
And also, it was also like the threes aren't falling, but you guys just completely were like, it was like there was some kind of like disease going on in the paint that they didn't want to go into.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, yo, just try a couple times.
Yeah.
And she shot 20 shots in the third quarter.
I
and 19
get that, but
with
you
three.
gotta like you gotta take the good with the bad. You can't be like, oh, I love all these threes, and then when they start missing, why do they take so many threes? That's you know what I mean. That's how we won a
comes-
championship.
I'm not one of those don't shoot all them threes. I don't care.
bro,
Shoot
like-
because stats showed when they get up at least like 40 or 50, they
equal
win,
out.
They win like 80% of their games.
But you know the law of averages and the math. You're gonna have a game like this once in a blue. I'd rather it be game 1 and not game 6 or 7.
All the best shooters always have a game like this.
I mean,
and
hey,
it
you know
went to
what I'm saying?
overtime.
If you don't play smart,
I
you
agree
gonna
with
lose.
it too, but you also gotta see it in those fans' eyes. And for example, like, okay, you've already missed 30. You took 15 more, so you ended the night with 45 missed. So you've already missed 30. Don't you want to take a different approach?
No,
You're already, you lost the lead.
live or die.
Change it up.
Live or die. No,
But you died already
How
by
many times
losing
have
the
we seen
lead.
we haven't hit shit? All of a sudden, the last 5 minutes, they go on a splurry, hit 5 threes in a row. You shoot your way out of it sometimes. Yeah,
But the thing was,
Derek
like,
White all of a sudden makes it.
Derek White just goes off all of a sudden. Pritchard comes in, hits 4 5 threes in a row. Now everybody's hot again. And what drought? And now you forget that you missed 25 in a row.
It's the playoffs, so it's tough to get the mistakes back. This
mean-
ain't regular season anymore, so it's just
Yeah,
like
but
I'm just worried that
it's overreaction after the game.
Yeah.
Because you look at the Orlando series, the three ball wasn't falling, but
No, right?
they did other things to combat that. They was attacking the basket,
We
which was
definitely-
confusing to me because I'm like, all right,
It
y'all
definitely
did
looked
that
different
last.
from us.
Yeah, y'all did that last round, and this defense is not as good as that defense.
That's true, too.
Keep anytime Cat and
Shit.
Mitchell Robinson switch, just
Kill him.
just go to the cup. Don't bail them out on
Yeah.
threes. That's the thing. Take it here and there, but don't bail them out on threes because they were both already in foul trouble.
I think that's where JB
you
excels
get
the
cat.
most. Like Jaylen Brown, I think out of everybody realizes like and if I go around, he's probably one of the like worst 3-point shooters on the team. If you really, I would think
This year,
out of the guys who shoot high
Yeah,
value.
he's like I think he's
Yeah.
like at 32,
So,
33 this year.
I think he has to be the guy to be like, all right,
pretty well
go to. He's usually the
last-
guy going to
last
basket,
series.
having people on an island, forcing it. Tatum chucks, and that's fine.
I mean, he's been averaging 40 at the Garden, so at Madison Square Garden, so
We'll
maybe he's just waiting for that.
Maybe you were right
He
about
dropped.
that.
He
But,
might
but
just
he
drop
was just
60. Yeah.
You know,
the thing, he was just too much in cruise control yesterday. Even
Yeah.
like there was a spurt where he didn't score well. Then he just like, all right, let me just get eight quick points.
Like it's gonna sound blasphemous because like Tatum just had 35 and 15 like 3 games in a row. But is anybody else waiting for him to just be like fucking take off and go drop 50, dude? Like
He did it last year.
He could,
I mean,
but he just. It's,
I
it's
feel
the
like
team.
he does. No,
No, he could, but it's just. He got such. He knows his teammates.
Yeah.
Like the team he has around him, so it's kind of like he really don't need to.
Yeah, right.
Because
You have so many pieces, yo.
Yeah, but like if he wanted, he probably could average a triple double if he wanted to.
And he trusts
In that way.
like the Hausers and the Pritchards. Like he trusts. Like Kobe wouldn't have trusted the
And Kobe quit on his team in the playoff games.
I mean,
he would have trusted the pass to the eighth man and the Tatum.
Tatum has a little bit of LeBron in him, where he makes the right pass, even though you should probably just shoot the fucking ball because you're Jason Tatum. Or in the fourth quarter, like, all right, bro, this teammate, this cool shit is, teammate shit is cool. Now, you're paid $300 million now, and now it's the $300 million niggas time. Brown, JT, the $300 million niggas. It's your turn to fucking score in the fourth quarter.
The thing was they both were killing in the first half too, and it was just like they got away from what was working.
Yeah.
What they were.
They got
doing,
complacent.
Very.
It was what Ari said. It's just like, wow, it's just easy. Nah.
This is the whole time. Just
Wait till game 2.
But as a competitor, you should be like, all right. Clearly, these dudes can't cover us. Let's run this score up so we could chill in the fourth quarter.
Facts.
You know?
go for the sweep. Should have been the sweep.
Yeah, but
Here's the thing, like what happened last year. Coasted through the playoffs, coasted. And so as a Celtic, if I'm on the Celtics, like, hey, why am I changing it up? It's the same shit as last year. I'm going to coast. When I need it, when we need to win them, when I need to hit the big shots, we will. Still the fucking Knicks.
The best thing about it, though, is it's Boston, New York, more games. More ratings, more
that's true,
eyes,
too.
more views. Adam Silver's over there clapping. 'Cause,
Yeah. Good job, New York.
If the Knicks makes this series competitive, it's good for the league.
Right.
It's good for the
No,
league.
for
It's
sure.
good for
Do
everything.
the Knicks win another game this series?
They might.
I say 4-2 Celtics.
I agree.
They'll.
I think I'm going with the same. I think the Knicks will pick up one more. Maybe,
I don't know when that'll
maybe
be,
like a game 5 when
Yeah, I
we're about
can't.
to close or some shit, and then they save it off for one game or something like that.
I originally said 4-1. Then I was like, I changed my mind. It's going to be a sweep, but since it's not a sweep,
Yeah.
4-1.
Yeah, right.
I think it's going to go 4-1.
They make their adjustments, and now they.
I don't even think they need to make adjustments. I think just shots need to fall.
Yeah, they just got to play. Shots got to fall and just got to play smart. Just got to play smart. You play smart because even with all them threes they were chucking, they still had a chance to win the game at the end of regulation. They still had a chance to tie it up and over. They still had a couple chances, but it was just
Momentum is a
CTE.
motherfucker.
CTE,
Momentum is crazy.
If there's any doubt for Tatum to be the true MVP, he's gonna need to take over. Not necessarily this series, but he's gonna need to take over next series and in the finals.
I mean,
For finals MVP.
No, to solidify MVP, yeah. And finals MVP, but to solidify that
Nigga is
he's-
already a champion, bro. I don't think he needs to do anything.
right.
To like literally.
MVP.
I don't
What
like,
MVP he needed to sit
honestly, Tatum is one of the most confusing. Like,
If he gets the finals MVP for sure, definitely like.
but like, I'm trying to think like, why don't y'all fuck with this dude? Like,
because he light skinned.
I'm starting to think it's a light skin
Light
thing,
skin in the
nigga.
hair. It's light skin in the hair.
Yeah, it has to be. He don't look tough. He don't look like a dog. Because like this nigga has done every single thing you could think of.
it's more of the takeover role. You know what I mean? Like yesterday taking over in the fourth quarter and OT.
But I also
he failed.
I seen him a couple years ago go into Game 7 and drop 40 plus. You know what I mean? It's not
Still
like
has the most
yeah.
points
It's not like
in
this
Game
nigga.
7.
He ain't Harden.
We seen him go into the defending champ's house and drop 46 on him in an elimination game. So it's there. I honestly think Mamba mentality ruined basketball. I think it.
That's crazy.
I
don't see
yes.
I don't
It's
see
a
anybody.
select few that have it.
But I don't see
just-
anybody with it.
No, I
No,
just think
the
it ruined
problem
because
is-
they be like,
Yes.
because what he says about the takeover stuff, they be like guys that are stars or superstars.
Oh,
they
I see what
always be
you're
like,
saying.
oh, he should take over, he should do all. It's like,
The comparing
no.
to Kobe Bryant needs to stop. Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, those were literally two different, like, psychopath. You can't expect every nigga to be like, 'cause there's only been two. There's been about 100,000 players before
I'm
them,
trying to see
and 100 players after them.
I'm trying to see some dogs.
You can be a dog,
what
but
I mean?
like my nigga,
Some
those
real-
niggas are just
some
so
real
rare.
goat shit.
But I think
You just can't expect everybody to have that killer when there's only been 2 to 3 niggas in the ever who's been that killer.
There's a lot though. There's a lot of players out there that is like, okay,
There's no Kobe
I'm
or
taking
Jordan.
over in the fourth. No, I'm saying
No, taking over is one thing, but I'm talking about that Mamba mentality, like fuck everything. Bro, there's only been a couple people, so just because you don't have that doesn't mean you're not great, nigga. Like damn.
I
It's
still
a high bar set.
my thing. So Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. I mean, his death changed a lot of people's views and how they talk about it.
I want to talk about it.
But Kobe Bryant quit on his team in the playoff game. I still can't. I can't never ever forget that he quit on his team in a playoff game.
we
in
were-
a
What
game was this?
seven
When he was in
against
the
Phoenix.
Redeem team, we were treating him like the greatest in the
again-
world. I don't remember
At
like,
that time, he was
because he was the clear best in the world.
And because they had just they lost. They
just lost the
They
championship.
had just
before
lost
that.
the
The
title.
Redeem team,
When he
No,
was
that
playing the
year,
Redeem, they
had
just lost to the
they had
Celtics.
Just lost to the Celtics that year.
but he was still like around this time best in the world, like clearly.
Yeah.
Like everyone around the world was like,
Listen,
this is the best basketball
I
player
agree.
on planet
I
Earth.
agree that horrible as it may be, Kobe's death did give him a little boost in legacy.
Definitely.
Gave him a
happens
little
to-
because
it
now
happens to every
some of you
great.
niggas talk about this dude like he's God himself. Sometimes
But we would talk about him like that when he was alive.
Not everybody.
Kobe was already retired when he passed away.
I know,
So
but
what he did, what he did while he was
tour
alive,
with the 60-point game.
Yeah,
and
are just
we were-
perfect
we were
examples.
already glorifying.
Yeah,
like-
he was, but like it definitely got a little bump, like a mythical bump since then.
I'd say more remembrance.
Because
and-
imagine like the best player in the world just dying. Like,
Yeah,
that's the
it's-
craziest shit. Of
it's-
course
it's
gonna-
more of remembrance
of course
and
gonna
respect.
boost him.
But there was what when you look at it, when you look at the totality, when was he the best player in the world or in the league though?
Exactly.
At that point.
for a
His
while.
whole
my point.
career.
No.
I argue that.
No. Jordan retires 98.
Oh,
There's a
we're
door
right
open.
here, money. We're right
There's a
here,
door-
bro.
There's a door open for who's the best player. Who would you say was the best player from like 98 to 2003?
I'd probably say either Shaq, T-Mac, Kobe.
Iverson?
I mean, it was tough
Iverson.
because between
Tim
those
Duncan.
5 years,
Duncan.
the Spurs and then the Pistons were racking up the titles.
Yeah, so
between
Tim
those
Duncan
years.
was in that conversation. Tim Duncan was there.
But who
Tim Duncan was there.
But who
and
was?
then we can't leave out Shaq. We can't leave out that phase with Shaq. So that's like
Listen.
99 to like 2003 Shaq.
I've said this on the podcast, and then you guys looked at me like I was crazy.
Because Kobe
The time that Kobe, if there was a time, I think there was a time where that he was the best player in the world.
Well, LeBron took over, came in 2006 or 7.
So
LeBron took over.
between maybe
like at the end of
there's
Kobe.
a short period.
When he was on Redeem team, it was clear he was better than LeBron at that time. Yeah, you watch the documentary,
Right.
you can
Even
see
so,
it. They look up to this nigga like he's way better. than him.
even if I agree with that, let's give him that. Let's give him an 08, he's the best in the world. By 2011, Miami Heat, LeBron, that's LeBron. So you only have about 3 to 4 years where you're the best, bro. There's
Nah, I
only
would
been,
say-
there's a small, Kobe being the best player in the world is a small fucking section. If you really think, because once LeBron got to the Heat, it's his fucking league for the rest.
After the 3-peat,
After the 3-peat?
He was not the.
after the case, he just blew the fuck up.
Yeah, but still, he wasn't considered the best player. It was still Shaq
Yeah.
on his team. Shaq was the best player.
And remember-
after the 3-peat,
After the 3-peat,
Miami Heat, Shaq was better than Kobe at that time.
No, Shaq was washed there, but Kobe still wasn't the best player. Like after the 3-peat, didn't make the playoffs.
Kobe was still winning
didn't make the
titles after
playoffs.
the three-peat.
No,
Yeah, but
they made the playoffs. They
were
lost to the finals.
they were
of Detroit.
rebuilding and-
they lost.
Yeah, I saw him shoot.
Okay,
I saw
3-peat.
him shoot himself out of a finals in
here,
04.
Here goes the 3-peat.
Excuse me.
After the 3-peat, lose to the Spurs, get back to the finals, lose to the Pistons,
Horribly.
didn't make the playoffs the following year.
And then it's just a
And
shelf.
then first round exit. Fringe moment. The season's like teetering. Pau Gasol comes in. Everything changes.
But that's a different perspective.
What?
I'm looking at it as like he thugged it
Who
out
was-
and rebuilt with the team.
who
Like
was the best playing in that time span though. It wasn't Kobe, and he was asking to get traded to Chicago.
35 a game. That's not.
He wasn't the best player.
That's not
at
the best
any
in
of
the world,
point.
35?
At any of that point,
No.
Tim. You could say in that
That's crazy.
in that span, Tim Duncan took that mantle. Tim Duncan took
Nobody
that
ever
mantle.
saw Tim Duncan as
because his
the-
game's
Duncan won like
boring.
4 MVPs.
Yeah, but we would
He's
never
not-
at the time. We would never like. Oh, but he. It was like what's his name?
Spurs was all team. I never saw individual.
No, you need to go
Bro,
look
Tim
at
Duncan
Tim
is
Duncan's
that.
numbers.
Like, you never say
Spurs
like,
was all
oh, Joel
team.
Embiid is the best player because he got
Without
an
Manu,
MVP.
Tony
Like,
Parker, David
we were
Robinson.
seeing it happen.
like,
He was great.
Tim wasn't Tim.
Tim
But
Duncan
we were
has-
never seeing him better than Kobe.
Tim Duncan had 4 MVPs.
Yeah,
Kobe only got 1.
He's got
yeah, but
4.
you know he should have got a whole bunch.
Nah, when we're talking about stats, there's no shoulda, woulda,
There was
couldas.
no Steve was
He
Steve
got him.
Nash twice.
He got him. That counts.
16 a game.
You can't ignore that. He didn't win them. LeBron should have like 7 MVPs. He don't though.
That's not true.
And they got a
I
three-peat,
think-
which only Jordan, you know what I'm saying, was getting.
I think Kobe.
He came back, rebuilt, got 2 more rings.
Rebuilt.
We're gonna
You
try
act
to-
like he rebuilt the team, nigga.
He,
He didn't.
he thugged it out and waited.
He did. He asked for a
thugged
trade
it
in
out.
Chicago.
He did thug it
He
out.
asked for
He
a
thugged
trade.
it
He
out.
wasn't like LeBron.
He
and
requested
left.
a trade. He requested a trade. And Lakers said no, nigga.
He single-handedly stopped the Celtics from getting that second one.
Not really,
Remember
because the Celtics, the second one, KG got hurt. The
No, they
after they
won't.
won
I
it,
don't know. We're
KG
remembering
They
history a
weren't-
little
yeah.
different.
What do you
That's
mean?
all.
The
No,
year- the year
When
the
I
Lakers
remember
won it.
different, is Kobe fans love to forget a big
The
section of
year-
his career.
The year the Lakers won it, when they beat Orlando,
'Cause he's had a
KG
great
got hurt.
career.
I know,
KG
but
got
there's a
hurt.
lot of bad seasons that like people
Yeah.
like want to ignore. It's a lot of like the Smush Parker days, nigga. Come on, bro.
Nigga, that's called rebuilding. LeBron left.
Well,
Kobe wanted to leave.
But
First
he
of all,
did
like,
it.
why-
But
why
he
he
did it.
Because the ownership said, no, you ain't going nowhere.
But it didn't happen.
He
Like,
didn't-
he never left.
He didn't want
Yeah,
to
it would have
stay.
been different if it happened. Kobe
He didn't-
stayed throughout.
LeBron
Yeah,
was
but
like,
he
"Oh, I
still-
can't win that
One,
first
two
ring
more.
with the Cavs."
But we're
and
not going
left.
to act like he didn't request or not
Yeah.
even request, demand to be traded multiple times.
Yeah, but that's different. Demanding to get traded, and then that's just getting the attention of the ownership. Like, yo, if you guys don't start doing anything, I'm about to be out.
No, that's not what-
Ownership said,
That's not what-
I'm not about to lose the best player. Let me do what we got to do.
He
It's either
wanted
me
to
or-
be traded
it's either
because
me
he
or
said
Shaq.
because as he said, he don't trust them. He don't trust management and all that.
It's
And I still can't get over the fact he quit on his team in the playoffs.
LeBron quit on this team too.
Yeah, well,
did.
that's
He
why.
did. He
and
did.
this is why I can't have GOAT conversations with either of them. They quit on their teams in the playoffs. Kobe did it in Game 7.
All right, let's get to another playoff series.
Kobe better, nigga.
Kobe lovers, you can't say shit to them, nigga. They literally like,
'Cause
y'all literally had this nigga's face in the closet with candles around it. Like you niggas, like,
Because he
like-
really was cooking like that.
I like Kobe,
Shit,
but-
he was a killer.
I like Kobe, but when we talk, because as much as everybody nitpicks LeBron and always likes
they don't
to,
nitpick Kobe like that.
always likes to like
LeBron ain't that.
damage so much and always talk about some
And-
of
and
his
the same
downfalls.
thing, like-
they never bring up Kobe quitting in the playoffs.
Or we don't talk about Jordan from 84 to 91. We just talk from 90 to 91 to 98.
Actually, they do talk about Jordan from 84.
But
to
imagine
91.
if Jordan left
That was
because he
the
couldn't win
struggle.
that.
That was the struggle, and
Imagine
everybody
if
talked
Jordan
about
left
that.
because he couldn't win those rings in those years.
The leaving thing, like my nigga, I don't understand what that. If that's
I know,
what
I like
if
it when
that's
they
the
stuck
only,
it out with their team.
If
And
that's the only thing that you can hang your hat on, that he just stayed with a team. I don't think that's a big
He
argument.
got more rings with him.
Let me ask you this.
He got it without Shaq.
Let
He
me ask you this. Had they not traded for Gasol, is Kobe walking out retiring with 5 rings?
No, hell no.
yeah,
They might have
would've
gotten some.
They
It's
would
the
have got better
Lakers.
pieces.
They would have
No,
got
I'm just
someone
saying.
else.
Like who? But if
might
they
have-
had not,
That's not.
Gasol
There's a
was
lot of
the.
what ifs. Like,
But Gasol was that season. If you saw how that season was going, they was like middle of the pack that season.
Nah, because you're
Once
acting
Gasol
like
came-
Gasol was a 30-20.
No.
They could have done it with just another 10-10 pickup.
Did you that season?
fucking crazy,
go look
nigga.
at where they
could've
were.
done-
They
that-
needed an all-star, nigga.
yeah,
go
but
look
like,
at where they were that
to
season.
win a championship, they
before
were
the
gonna
trade.
go get an All Star anyway.
No,
Yeah.
but go look at that season before Gasol got traded. They were going to be a first round exit team again before they got Gasol. Gasol came and everything changed.
Yeah, it's called rebuilding.
All right, let's
No,
move.
it's
Let's
not
move on.
putting in the right
Let's move
pieces.
on. Let's move on. Wolves and Warriors.
Oh man, how long before Draymond gets a flagrant in this game? How many minutes into the game before he gets a?
This nigga's not even playing basketball anymore. What the
you know-
fuck is he doing out there?
You know
bro?
him and Rudy guys.
Yeah. He
don't
gonna put
like-
him in a chokehold together.
It's just gonna be funny. It's gonna be a fun series.
You think Ed defends him? You think Ed helps him out, Rudy?
Hey man, Ed don't care.
Yo, the problem
He gonna let him
is,
get-
the problem is, there's no one in the Warriors going to check that motherfucker. Nobody. Nobody.
He's just like,
Ed was
do your thing. Like he got green light
like,
to be.
I'm giving. He's the new legend killer. He's Randy Orton.
They're
Nigga.
gonna have to double team him the whole.
He's Randy Orton, legend killer. Nigga. I just took out LeBron and Luca. I'm about to kill Steph.
But the thing is, though, as I'm looking, this is the same thing I thought when on the Lakers in the Lakers series. It was just like, what are they gonna do with McDaniels and Reed? Those two dudes are legit mismatches.
Yeah.
Because the Lakers had no answer for them. The Lakers, they were too
Warriors
athletic for
Warriors
the
have
Lakers.
no answer for that.
So the Warriors, I don't know if they have an answer for McDaniels or Reed. I mean, they got one, but he don't really. He's not.
You know what's funny
confident
about
enough
Steph?
anymore.
Greatest shooter of all time, top 5, top whatever you want of all time. I don't think he can win a series by himself.
That's not true.
At this point in his career,
I wouldn't
At
expect
this point
any.
of his
I wouldn't
career?
expect any
Okay.
star to do.
That's different.
So.
yeah, this
You
point
know?
in his
I
career,
wouldn't
no.
expect anybody.
Anthony Edwards beat a team by himself last year.
Oh,
Luca
like-
beat a team by himself last year. You could do that
It
shit.
happens.
This is 20 son.
It happens, but I wouldn't like.
Who?
You're fucking Phoenix Suns, nigga.
That's not by himself.
It happens sometimes, but I wouldn't.
Did you
expect
see
it.
the Game 7, nigga? Did you see Game 7? I know you saw. You might have turned it off at halftime. 'Cause you niggas were down 45. Luka hit 7 threes in a row. He did that shit by himself.
You
nigga.
talking about the year they went
A
to the
couple years
Western
back,
Conference
yeah.
Finals?
It happens.
Yeah, I
It
remember
happens.
that. I
It
remember
happens.
that.
It happens, but I wouldn't expect players to
No.
expecting Curry to do that by himself. Like I wouldn't.
Young Curry, yeah.
It's
Like one.
Curry in his 20s.
I don't expect the star by himself to even make a playoff. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
if
know,
you're
but-
by yourself, you
But
I think most players-
if you're in the playoffs, a superstar can win you 4 games, nigga. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Not even 4 games. He could win you if he has the right pieces around him. He could win you 2. He could definitely win you 2.
yeah.
They'll be like one of those.
Ant's one of the motherfuckers that
it's
could definitely
it's a tough
make that
it's a
happen.
tough series, but if everybody on the Warriors shows up how they're supposed to, they'll make it a series.
Like if Buddy,
I think they'll- I
if
think
Buddy
they'll
Hield,
make
if Buddy
it a
Hield
series.
makes all those shots,
But that's a
it all
perfect
depends on like.
But that's a perfect example. Like Houston should have lost 4-1. What blessed them is that Curry had, and I don't know if you guys noticed and watched this, but Curry had 3 bad games
Oh yeah, that's,
and put Houston back in. Warriors should have won 4-1 easily.
the problem is Houston didn't have the scoring. They didn't have the. You have fucking what's his face painting his nails and scoring fucking under 10 points a game. Like when your niggas scoring,
Jalen Green.
when you was
Yeah, he was
averaging
a-
like 8 points a game, you
was
ain't
consistent.
beating nobody.
Jalen Green.
Minnesota is not gonna have trouble scoring.
Yeah.
And don't
That's
forget
the
about
thing.
Sengun, Mr. 6'10",
Yeah.
missing shots right at the hoop.
Right at the hoop. But one thing I give to the Warriors is they're gonna give a tough time to Minnesota because
Yeah, I agree.
for them to play fast transition D like that, they
It's the
can't.
4th quarter when you have
can't.
2 closers like Steph and Jimmy Butler, which I thought the Lakers would have been good, but obviously LeBron didn't feel like playing.
But Minnesota's gonna have to play small for the majority of the series because having Reed and Gobert in there.
No one on the Warriors is gonna cover
They're
anybody.
not gonna
like-
keep up, but it ain't about covering. It's just
Oh, it is
by,
about
by the
covering.
pace that the Warriors play with them two in there. That's gonna slow down. That's gonna slow down Minnesota. So they're gonna have to be on just like Golden State for them to
Yeah,
keep up.
but I still, my concern is McDaniels and Reed. Like, who is going to slow those guys down? Because Anthony Edwards, he's going to do what he's going to have to do. But those guys, like, those guys are legit. Both of them, I think, are legit 6'10".
God forbid Julius
It's so-
Randle has a game.
Right. And
God forbid.
Shout out to-
you never know.
I forgot.
You
I
never
completely
know.
forgot Julius Randle. But shout out to Julius Randle the last round.
Yeah,
He saw he had a mismatch and he went and he took advantage.
The problem
Which-
with him,
which they will.
he just be dribbling too much. He be
Yeah.
like, bro, what are you doing?
You never know.
He be
might
thinking
just show up.
he be having that Josh Smith syndrome sometimes. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
It didn't seem in the regular season, but I think they were way better with Randall than with Towns.
I think it took
Because
him.
they play different. They
Yeah.
play
I
different.
think it took
Yeah.
him time to get
Yeah,
used to it.
Yeah.
but to me,
Yeah.
they play way better. It allows Reed and McDaniels to be
Yeah.
more of
And cats just be
themselves.
fouling niggas.
But the thing Cat gave them was spacing, a whole lot of space.
Yeah.
That's one thing they lost, and you saw that early on in the season where they just
now,
their spacing
now
was
Ant's shooting the
terrible.
most threes.
But
and shit.
imagine Edward Ant just like, yo, Steph ain't going off this series. And he locks his motherfucker down.
Hey man, that's one of the keys to beat them. You gotta If you slow Steph down, your chances of winning is high.
I've seen if you put a body on Steph and make shots difficult, he's going to hit shots.
And Minnesota's a little more fundamentally sound defensively, so they're not gonna just let Buddy Hield keep catch and shoot wide open threes.
They got other shooters. Him, playoff Jimmy. Don't forget. So it ain't gonna
Jimmy's
be.
Jimmy's the X factor.
It ain't gonna be easy.
If he makes a lot of and ones and random,
he's a foul baiter.
difficult shots,
Foul baiter.
Yeah.
Jimmy's a foul baiter. I hate the playoff Jimmy term because he'd be like,
But he draws a lot of attention too. So
but Jimmy, he's funny. Like it's funny because he'll have these games where it's just like he's not playing well, and then he'll just have these 2 games where he does well. And it's like, oh, there goes playoff Jimmy.
Yeah,
because even in the Houston series, there was a couple games.
I used to always be a hater. I used to look.
I'm still a hater.
You know what's funny? If I was Minnesota, let Jimmy beat us. I'm just putting all our attention on Steph. Jimmy, if you want to have this series, if you think you're good enough to beat us in the series, go ahead.
But who covers
I don't think
him?
Jimmy Butler can carry a team to a victory.
Who covers Jimmy?
This age,
Huh?
You think
covers?
Ant covers Jimmy?
Ant covers whoever he needs to cover.
I mean, he did it to the Celtics. Why not?
One series, bro.
the luckiest series I've ever seen in my life.
That was crazy.
They do talk about Jimmy Butler like he got rings or some shit.
Yeah, I know,
that
right?
nigga's an all-time
I was like,
loser
yeah.
in the finals, nigga. He lost like 3 times.
It's different when you're on a trash team and you consistently keep bringing them to the finals, playoffs, appearances, eliminating these great teams. It's different. Yeah, he doesn't get that,
But you don't win, bro.
And yeah, he's in that category L.
Listen,
but you can't.
Listen,
you can't close your eyes and forget about
this
that.
Is good.
Okay.
Did you win or did you not, nigga?
It's not even
you did
that.
not win, bro. So I don't give a fuck. I brought him up.
He just
There's
keeps on
no,
like,
It's not even that. Gabe Vincent, Max Strus.
That was crazy. Was it Martin?
niggas were hitting shots against Boston.
Who's the other dude?
Martin?
Fucking Caleb Martin.
Who?
Them dudes shot out of their damn minds in
No,
that
they
series.
did not.
Yes, they did.
No, they did
Yeah,
not.
they
us?
did.
Yes, they did.
Bro, they went from
forgot?
the
One game.
no,
That was the whole
this
series against
One
us.
game.
They went
It
from
was
the
Jimmy
worst.
It wasn't
killing
even like
them.
it was like only them cooking us. It was
They went from the worst 3-point shooting team in the whole league to being like top 5.
I was upset. I remember being upset. Like, who are these
Blame
guys?
the Celtics. Blame the Celtics. But the teams that Jimmy Butler and the Heat beat, those
But
teams
why do
were
we
like,
talk about Jimmy like he's done something?
we're not talking about it like he's done
What has
something.
Jimmy Butler done, nigga?
We're not talking about it like he's done
We
something.
can
We're-
call him playoff Jimmy like he's won some shit.
because he's always killing teams that should not be killed. That's what I'm
Only
saying.
happened twice.
What?
He's only got 2 good.
He's
playoff
eliminated
runs.
a lot of teams.
Celtics and the Bucks.
2 good playoff runs.
Nah, he's eliminated a lot of
Oh, yeah,
teams.
2
And
good playoff runs.
it
Celtics
shit
in
the
the
bed in the finals again.
Listen, the 2 good playoff runs, 2020. That was the bubble, right?
Yep, that was the bubble.
20
And then you know how we do.
2023.
You know how we feel. You feel about the bubble.
2023.
What about it?
Those are his playoff runs.
Nah, he had a couple more.
No, those were it.
No, he had a couple more. He had one. He had two. He had 2 with the Clippers when he was on the
He
Clippers.
was never on the Clippers.
Jimmy Butler was not on the Clippers.
What was
nigga.
he? What was
Fuck
he?
he talking
He
about?
was on he was on T Wolves and the Sixers.
There we go.
And the Bulls.
They definitely didn't have no run on the Sixers. I'll tell you that.
Well,
the
I know
T-Wolves-
he's made the playoffs. With
T
that
Wolves, they
other
made the
team.
playoffs.
There we go. I remember
but
that.
they lost in the first round.
But still made the playoffs. Still brought them to the playoffs, right?
With Cat in a
Man, forget Jimmy Butler. That is,
bro. Honestly,
He's a
Jimmy
good-
Butler
who?
looking funny in the
number 1
light.
pick.
Who?
He's
The
solid
number
for-
1 overall
The
pick.
guy that's on Miami right now doing nothing.
The number
At
1
the
overall
time,
pick.
yeah.
Still the number 1 overall pick.
There's a reason why Minnesota got rid of him.
But he's still the number 1
Andrew
overall
Wiggins
pick.
is a big reason the Golden State won a few years ago, nigga. So
No, it's not.
Yeah.
what?
The second time?
And then
I mean, the last time?
Yeah,
He had
nigga.
a couple good games.
Bro, the nigga was getting like 15 rebounds a game in that
He had
series.
a couple good games, and he came clutch when he should have. That's it.
And they won.
It's about time. A number 1 pick all these years, and you
feel-
finally came through in a
He
couple
filled in
final
like
games.
That like
and then there was that Sixers series when Kawhi sent them home. The second round. So once again,
he was on the Sixers that series.
yeah, they had. But look at that
See,
team.
I know he made the playoffs.
Joel,
with-
Joel Embiid, James Harden wasn't there. Ben Simmons when he actually was serious
Yeah, what
about
happened?
basketball. Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris.
that name should be burnt.
Yeah, we won't talk about
They had a
that.
good. JJ Redick was on that team. That was that was probably the best Philly team that they had.
Was Tobias Harris still there?
Tobias was there. Tobias was on the court when Kawhi hit that shot.
Tobias Harris be.
It was on Tobias actually.
Nah, no, it was
Has he?
no, it was it Tobias?
Somebody.
No, it was. I think it was on Simmons and
I think it was
and
Simmons
Embiid.
too. Yeah, that's mad
I
funny.
think it was
Remember
Embiid.
Embiid falling?
I think it was Embiid.
Yeah, well, Embiid. If you watch that play, Embiid just completely left his man. Once the ball, he like just completely left his man and went and
He knew
chased
he was
the-
like, this guy's
yeah.
gonna definitely shoot this shot.
But yeah, it's been just those two playoffs. Those 2 years for
Jimmy Butler's resume looks funny in the light,
But
nigga.
he's probably gonna get in the Hall of Fame.
That guy single-handedly won a title.
Who?
Nobody on Toronto. Nobody, Kawhi.
Oh, you know, just KD's tore his Achilles in the finals. Other than that, right? What the fuck you talking about?
Well, no, you see,
Yeah, but that's injuries is fine.
but nobody talks
You know what
about
I mean?
that. They only talk about injuries with the Celtics. When
Yeah, what about that, huh?
nobody ever talks about
Niggas
that.
wait.
I'm just saying.
Come on,
KD,
I'm just saying.
Clay.
This year.
both of them.
Yeah. All right, series predictions for the Wolves and Warriors. All right, what do you think?
Wolves and Warriors. I got. Damn, this is tough. I got Wolves in 7.
Wolves in 7.
I don't think it goes 7.
I think Wolves should win this, but
That's what
because
scares me because
the
they
Warriors'
don't win.
experience-
They don't win the ones they're supposed to.
The Warriors' experience gonna keep it close, like how it did with Houston.
You should never had the firepower.
Houston just needed Jalen Green to like
Be a
what
basketball
Aaron
player?
Edwards is about to be.
Yeah, and be a basketball player.
Yeah.
That would have helped.
Oh my gosh, don't even get me started.
Yeah, we're just
Yeah,
gonna.
that was just embarrassing. I get it's your first playoffs, but
You can't score single.
when I
digits
see you score 38 points and then after that you don't even hit
digits.
double digits again, I got questions. I
man,
would've
here you
shipped
got
him out the next day.
Yeah, he's gone. He should be gone.
I'm going to go with the underdog. Warriors in 7.
All right.
Warriors in 7.
I almost said it, so I'm not mad at
Minnesota choking.
it. Yeah, because like the experience could outweigh what I think the Wolves will. Because I still don't think Wolves are that good still,
No, they're good.
but I also don't think Warriors are that good. So it's like,
Wolves got a good team though.
yeah,
They started gelling late in the season.
late, yeah, for
They
sure.
started gelling late.
It's hard to bet against Steph and Jimmy. But Edwards might be that guy who just like wins a series by himself.
That's the part that's the
That's the X
little-
factor. That's like
the variable that we don't know.
Anthony Edwards can go Super Saiyan.
Yeah.
Like, just like.
Does he tap into Super Saiyan 3 or not?
Right.
Took down 2 superstars, Luke and LeBron.
Speaking of Luke, thank you for the transition. Speaking of Luke and LeBron,
KD.
both LA teams shit the bed in this playoffs. Who do you guys want to shit on first, the Clippers or the Lakers? I'll give you guys
Oh,
the choice.
Lakers.
Lakers.
Perfect.
It's always the
Let's save the
Lakers.
Lakers for last.
Because Lakers happened a while ago. Clippers was
And
recent.
it's always fuck the Lakers.
Yeah, fuck the Lakers.
It's the Lakers definitely.
I didn't have high expectations to the Lakers. I love, shout out to Jude, see you in the finals. Yeah, whatever,
Yep.
nigga.
Told you, Jude.
Niggas were really making plans about getting sweets for the finals. I was like, you motherfuckers got to get out the first round talking about fucking final sweets.
You in the finals is crazy.
I love the thing about Laker fans. They'll literally be so delusional until like they're actually eliminated. Like, oh shit, we actually lost. Yeah. They're down 3-1. I'm like, all right, we're winning the 7. See you niggas in the finals. I'm like, bro, it's still the first round.
On the phone, canceling the hotel.
I was going back and forth with the Laker fan. This boy, when they made that trade, like we going to the finals, we going to the finals,
with
and
Luka?
then I'm like, all right.
I didn't
know,
believe
there's a lot
it,
of gaps in
but
this,
I
man.
I didn't really want to argue against it because, like, again, I've seen Luka beat series by himself. So unless we could have had a crazy tour, ended up just being regular Luka anyways, and you know, Lakers had no bigs and. I think a college basketball team would have figured that out. Like, all right, let's just
The
go.
team was just not. It wasn't a proper team.
No, yeah,
it needs
Proper
more.
team.
It's like I already thought like the defensive liability.
Yeah.
Of course, LeBron could play defense, but he's older.
Right.
So there's also that little
Yeah,
gap of if he's tired.
Here's the question that I've been waiting to ask on this podcast since he's been eliminated. Should LeBron James retire?
LeBron's not retiring until he gets his farewell tour.
Yeah, he needs a full.
Yeah, he needs that farewell. He's gonna.
Listen.
He's not retiring.
with the whole, he gonna have the cape on with the
I've
crown
been-
every game.
I have been a LeBron James fan since damn near he was St. Vincent St. Mary. I remember watching all high school games, all that shit, and I could honestly say, bro, I'm done with LeBron. Like it's time for you to walk away. I'm tired. Him in the playoffs, that man does not care about winning a championship. He does not care. He's just playing to get the paycheck. He's playing to play with Bronny. He don't care about winning. I could tell. Like that. You see LeBron, you thought I was like, all right, regular season, okay, cool. He's just saving himself. In the playoffs, he wasn't locked in. He was not. He didn't give a fuck. He's laughing, he's talking. He don't give a shit. You know why? Because in his head, he's done anyways.
He's 40.
So what he's doing, and I can't even blame him. He's 40. You're holding the franchise hostage. You need to stop.
Hey, man.
You need to walk away, or because they're still trying to do things for you when you don't give a fuck. You don't give a fuck about winning. LeBron James does not care about winning right now.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't.
Just give, I think this next year, give him his farewell.
He has.
He
this
does care about winning, but it's
Not number one priority.
Yeah, it's
Number
like
one priority,
it's
yeah.
like his winning caring light bulb. Like he turns it on and off when he feels like it.
Yeah.
So,
I strongly feel this will be the next year will be his last
hey
year.
man, he looked like a 4-year-old man. Granted, his coach didn't do him no favors, playing him like 40 minutes or something like that, and playing him a whole half without subbing.
I wouldn't have done
Crazy.
that, but they had nobody else.
Still,
And he got hurt in the process.
Still, you
That
can't.
and it's JJ Redick as your coach.
And you just can't.
JJ Redick had a good season this
You
year.
just can't
For a
have
first
a
year
40-year-old.
as a coach, he did pretty solid.
What did JJ Redick do any different than Darvin Ham?
Did he coach?
Listen,
he made adjustments.
in the beginning, in the middle of his season, your defensive anchor and one of your best players gets traded out of nowhere. And you got to pick up the pieces. And they ended up with a diff seed. I'll give him credit for that. I'm not calling this nigga Greg Popovich. I'm not calling him that. But he did all right.
But you know who they traded their defensive anchor for? A guy that led the league in scoring last year in a 4 or 5-time first team All NBA. So it was it wasn't like there was. He got somebody new that he had to like a scrub or something. But
Yeah, I'm not blaming the
Darvin
season.
Ham could have done this.
I'm not blaming the season on JJ Redick. The first round exit. I'm not blaming him on that. That's not him. Could he be better? Of course. He's a first-time coach.
I still think it's a good first year for a coach.
Successful.
Especially in the
no playing. Actually, in the end, it's not like when they got Luka, they got better.
Ain't easy to coach either.
He's
Like,
definitely not.
'cause he becomes the coach.
Especially a checked out
Like
LeBron.
he becomes the coach. It's kind of hard to like.
LeBron wants to just run everything. Like, yo, honestly, this year is the most I've ever been annoyed by LeBron in my life. That Pat McAfee shit was complete bullshit. Nigga. Like, you look like a spoiled, like bro,
it.
come on.
I actually love that.
Even talking like he just doesn't.
He
like,
talks like a nigga who don't care anymore,
Hey,
and that's
man.
fine.
He
You're
said-
allowed to.
He
But
did-
just step away.
He need to do another one, man. That was some great stuff from him,
I'm a-
Pat McAfee.
I'm a
He
fan
need to
of
do
the
another
show.
one.
Do
LeBron
it.
Unleashed.
How about do it? Once you retire, bro, like Kobe. Kobe went around at every interview and said whatever the fuck he wanted.
Now fuck that, LeBron. Shit on them while you're still in the league.
Feel it.
on the way out, just
But
shit on
like,
everybody.
that's
Shit on
fine.
all
Hey,
them
that's
on y'all
fine. But
way
Laker
out.
fans, if he's still on your team, you guys are never gonna win because he doesn't care.
I mean, the Lakers aren't going to win anytime
Unless he
soon
takes like a
anyway,
back
so.
seat, like not completely, but like becomes like what, like a role.
This nigga's
player?
literally just talking shit. You said what he said, like, oh, I don't want to say anything. The last person who said what we needed got traded out of here.
Here's
Bro,
the thing.
shut the fuck up.
Here's a question: Does Luka re-sign with the Lakers?
Yeah. They're gonna throw him the
course,
fucking.
yeah.
Goes,
Is
back,
it-
to,
is
goes
it-
back to Dallas.
Is
Imagine that.
Popular
Is
debate.
that like?
I'd give it an 85% chance.
I wouldn't be surprised if he went somewhere else. To be honest,
Goes to
but
Nuggets.
For a less pay cut?
Goes to the Nuggets.
he'll go for less. But somebody's gonna throw him a whole bunch of money. It's like, oh, you coming here?
I can see.
All right, we'll deal with this 1 year. We're dealing with you on a discount.
What I see happening, Jokic going to the Lakers.
Jokic is never going anywhere.
Enjoying it. I feel like they gonna pair up some way.
Jokic is just going.
Eventually.
Jokic is gonna go to Serbia before he goes.
Yeah.
I mean, if he loses, I don't see why not.
Hey, Giannis is.
Giannis is
out
gone.
there. He's
That
out.
too, Giannis
He's
is
out
Oh
gone.
there.
yeah. Doncic, like
that could
Luka,
be.
he's gonna get paired with a superstar in the Lakers. I know he's not gonna be alone. They always
The Lakers are looking for somebody.
they always figure it out.
Like,
They always get the fucking.
Bonnie's is fucking.
Well, how about this? What if LeBron decides to leave too?
That too.
For what?
What if he decides
you
to go
know?
back to Cleveland and just?
If LeBron goes to another.
He's on 1 year contract.
Farewell
He can
tour in
leave.
the third round.
What if he? Yeah. What if he goes?
Cleveland.
What if he goes back to Cleveland to retire there?
Do you care about him being back in Cleveland? I don't. Honestly, I don't.
People
Back to the
like-
Heat.
like-
Back to the Heat.
Yo,
Nah, Pat Riley wouldn't bring him.
all what LeBron James can do now is hurt his legacy. He can win a championship next year. Does that change your mind? Anything? Does that change y'all mind? That don't change nothing.
Nah, to be honest.
He can win another MVP. Does that change your mind? No. He can do all this. It don't matter.
LeBron's already stamped.
He's stamped. So what the fuck are you playing? You already played with Bronny.
He likes the game. I don't
true.
know.
Huh?
For the love of the game.
Nah,
Did he look like a nigga who's loving the game?
Tally up,
he's on his farewell tour.
tally up them points, man. Just that record.
I feel like those 80 games are starting to get harder and harder. He started to realize by the end of that season, the first round of playoffs, like,
Hey,
shit.
Kobe didn't announce his farewell tour until a month into the season because he knew he was like, I can't do this shit no more.
Damn.
And Kobe should have retired like 3 years prior.
Facts.
Sometimes you know.
That cold plunge is killer now after the games.
Like he's just like LeBron's got too big. Like you're big. LeBron believes he's bigger than the NBA, and he might be.
He might be. he might have been, at least.
So for the NBA to keep succeeding, they need to be like, all right, LeBron, like, thank you for 20-something seasons. Bro, you've been amazing and a great ambassador.
But also,
We gotta pass the
Step
torch.
away.
LeBron has no incentive to retire right away because the league is kind of. I blame this on the league too. They've kind of still been just everything's been about LeBron.
That's what I mean.
They have
For NBA to
Yeah.
move
It's
on,
still there.
LeBron's like the ex
Yeah.
you can't get rid of, bro. Like, you just need.
Yeah, he's been like.
NBA needs to be like, all right, this is great. Go step over there for a second.
What do you mean? I'm still getting triple doubles.
Yeah.
Even
LeBron's
like,
gonna get triple double until he's 45. He
even
can
like
play.
when his time of face of the league was like coming, coming to an end, they still was trying to still have that like last heave of him, and it's
like him, KD, Steph Curry on that little fucking.
and this was last year's Olympics.
Listen, and him and Rich Paul are running the fucking league. So like,
and all these young stars that the league just has failed to put out there, they failed to market properly
right?
and stuff. Like there's so many stars.
because they're just still
that they
stuck on
failed-
LeBron and
Yeah.
Steph. I'm surprised they didn't fucking rig this shit so they can play each other.
But like,
It
who
almost
else?
happened.
Yeah, they tried.
It
They definitely
almost
tried.
happened. It almost happened.
Who else can be? It's like what Luca and
It's
Tatum
Anthony
now.
Edwards, bro.
Well,
Bro, we got
the big
there's
markets. I'm thinking like
There's a bunch of players that you got Ant Edwards, you got Tatum, you got Luca, Jalen Brunson for what he's doing in New York. I mean, those guys right there.
Expect some big offseason moves. Watch.
Shea.
From who?
Hey man, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Shea.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot Shea as
All
well.
right.
And then I said this, but Giannis,
Yeah,
Giannis is going somewhere.
Lakers.
which would be the better fit for him, Lakers or Knicks?
Celtics.
Tom Thibodeau would love to have Giannis on his team because one,
Tom Thibodeau,
plays hard.
he saved his job by winning that first series. I'll tell you that.
yeah, but
They weren't going down.
They were gonna fire that nigga if he didn't
think
get that
about it
first
though.
round.
Think about it. If the Knicks were somehow to get Giannis,
That'd be crazy.
that would be a
Giannis and Cat.
No, okay, so Cat gotta go. Somebody gotta
no,
go.
because
Cat's
Cat will say, "Okay, I'll be a 3-point shooter."
Yeah, right.
Cat will
There's
be
no problem. He won a 3-point.
I don't
turn
know.
into-
The
into
Bucks
a
do
spot.
that trade without getting either Giannis or
Yeah, they
or
gotta
he
get
getting
something back.
Towns
They
or
just got
Brunson.
Cat. They gonna ship him off already.
They're not. But it probably won't happen. But those are like some of the market. He wants to be in a bigger market. So
All right. Before we talk about free agency, I can't go through this episode without talking about I think I saw somewhere online the biggest choke artist in NBA history in James Harden.
It breaks my heart.
I'm
man.
if anybody wants to defend him, go ahead before I go on my
You
rant.
can't defend him.
not to
What
cut
can we
you
say?
off, 5-point game out there in Cleveland. But
Whoa, wow.
Exactly.
101-96.
That's how it is these days.
6 minutes left in the
Cleveland
quarter.
out.
Yeah,
That's all
Cleveland.
that
Up.
matters.
So James Harden is a great player. When it comes to game sevens,
When it comes to any clutch games.
he's not. For some reason, game seven scared the shit out of him.
boogies,
That's a crazy stat. Yo, that's-
You got the boogies,
Bro,
bro.
like I've never seen this. Like, it's definitely mental. I think it's something where you're just cursed.
And we've got
Can't even
years
explain
and
it.
years of sample sizes.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like even
multiple
even-
teams,
every
nigga.
team he's ever been
multiple
on.
coaches, multiple teammates.
No matter
the
what
one
you switch
constant,
up.
James Harden's gonna
He was
fuck
a
shit
scorer.
up.
He was a passer. Don't matter.
Oklahoma.
Still goes-
Oklahoma
even if
fucked
you're
it
like
up.
the biggest James Harden fan and you try to defend it, you just can't because there's just too many.
7 points in a game 7 is disgusting.
8 shots for a guy like him.
And the crazy thing
I
is,
just want to ask him why.
like I told you guys
Why
earlier,
did you shoot more?
like the Clippers fumbled that game. They had 2 games won
the
in that
Clippers.
series, and they didn't.
Which one they did? Which I forgot.
What was the game? Was the
They-
first
they-
game?
They fumbled game 2 and they fumbled game 4.
Did they win game 1?
Yeah,
They won game 1.
they won game 1. They fumbled game 2.
Oh, game 4.
Yeah.
The Aaron
With
Gordon.
that Aaron Gordon shit. But game 2, they could have won, and
That
they
was real close.
They were up. they were up 12
the
in the fourth.
turnovers.
We're like probably 5 minutes left. Denver came back. Whoop whoop.
Yeah, then they turned the
Denver,
ball over
man.
twice.
It's just like
So, but it is what.
But
it
nah,
is.
James Harden, yeah, he ain't doing much to help his legacy because, as Bomani Jones said, I don't want to call somebody a loser, but he's a loser.
Yo.
and it's hard to say because it's like,
it's unfortunate.
and it's not even like, because there's one thing about losing, knowing that you went out there and balled out. But every time they lose, he doesn't ball out.
It's your fault every time.
Right, and it's like you can
Literally.
look. You can
Literally
look at
your
it,
fault every
you can
single
look
time.
at
Nightmares
everybody.
the night before. Like he knows this is gonna happen. It's like,
You could look at everybody. You could try to point a finger at something, but it's like, no, you.
Yeah.
all you had to do was score 20. you
Yeah.
could have won the game.
Not even. I don't even think motherfuckers were asking for him to win the game. Just give us something.
Yeah.
Just something.
Even at this point in his career, he could still sleep a 20-point game. Like a 20-point game is
Right?
easy for him.
He has a good 3 years left in his career. I think 3, 4.
Yeah, with
Like,
the style of play he plays, yeah.
he can make some. At this point, it's like no matter where you go.
At this
Like,
point,
what are you gonna-
at this age,
know
just
what I
know
mean?
that shit's not gonna change. You're just a loser, man.
just a loser.
That's what it is.
You gotta accept
It's
it. You
tough.
gotta just enjoy the game of basketball, like
Yeah.
KD. How he's kind of like giving up on really like winning and just kind of just hooping.
And they've gotten some breaks too here and there. And he's still
I know, right?
Keep padding the stats and climb up closer. But
Yeah,
that's
right.
about it.
That's all you can do.
That's all you can
So that
do.
when
He'll-
everybody's dividends is all done,
He'll make the Hall of Fame, but if you really look at the resume, like
Yeah,
that MVP definitely saves you.
nothing.
but at the same time, like I can never forget the 50-point Harden.
Yeah, but that was like 2.
Even though that was like there is
Small.
Game 7 Harden, but
that was
yeah.
the 50-point Harden was
And-
impressive.
and
That was
to watch.
that was at the peak of his career.
And the worst part
when he
is
first
you
got
see-
traded to Houston.
Yeah.
And the worst part is you've seen him have like really good playoff games. Like,
Yeah.
really good playoff games when guys are injured and he needs
He goes
to
off.
step it up. We've seen him go off. So it's
Amazing
like,
Game 6s.
bruh,
Just not game 7.
Game 7.
I guess 7's not his lucky number.
I don't know what it is with this guy.
It's
He's definitely
tough.
he's definitely on that list.
I mean, yeah, he's on that choke artist list for sure.
Sad.
It'd be very interesting where people put him on the all-time list.
But hey, 5 more seasons like that with Luka, he'll be on that
He's
list
gonna
too.
be pretty high in points and assists.
5 more seasons like that of Luka playing like that, he'll be
Luka's
on that
never
list too.
But Luka don't
Luka
put
don't
the
shit the
bed
bed in
in
games
game
like that.
sevens.
You know that.
Yeah, true. But
Your team knows that. You remember what Luka did to y'all?
I'm just saying, you know,
Like, we could
he's-
say a lot
he's-
about- we
He's
could
still
say-
not a winner.
We could say a lot about Luka.
But he's not scoring 7
But-
points in the game 7, nigga.
That's
He might score 7 points in the first minute of that game, bro.
Yeah, you can say a lot about Luka, but Luka's one of those players.
He ain't
There's only
scared.
like a short list of players when they say, "All right, we kind of need you to win this game for us."
Yeah.
And Luka's like, "All right,
I got y'all.
I got
That's
you."
true. That's true.
we can't
All right.
we can't say that for Harden.
Right.
Speaking of Manny's team,
Whew.
well, this is not probably gonna survive the test of time because God knows. So what? Manny, since we have this little thing or you have this little thing that you just follow KD around like you're a fucking jockstrap or some shit. Manny's favorite team coincides wherever Kevin Durant is, so we're gonna play this game. Who will Manny root for next? Where do you all think KD is going to go?
KD ends up. I want to get like a good list of every NBA team so I don't miss any.
So to enlighten those that don't know, when Carmelo first came into the
I don't think this is gonna help your case at all, bro.
just so people can understand,
Little history
because
lesson.
you guys never clarify this. When Carmelo came in the league, he was my favorite player.
Melo.
He
feel
did.
that.
He did spend a very long time in Denver. So at the time, I rooted for Denver. But when he left and got traded to New York, I rooted for New York.
Okay.
As his career started dwindling down and KD came into the league, KD became my new favorite player. So I followed KD from Oklahoma to Golden State
Yeah.
to Brooklyn to Phoenix. And now
Where are we going?
I have a strong feeling he's not staying with Phoenix.
Strong. I would give it 105%. He is gone.
Yeah, he gone.
So
I think that's the most sure thing. Like, first of all, he's sensitive as fuck. They hurt his feelings. When Kevin Durant's hurt, feelings get hurt.
Yeah.
That nigga will lose. That
If you
nigga.
have a chance to leave,
Kevin Durant will leave heaven if God was rude to him and then he wanted to be out. That's how soft that nigga is. Oh, he said, Draymond said, well, I'm not a part of the real team. I need to get out of here. Fucking idiot.
well, he knew. I think he knew that, like, okay,
They-
this is with their team. If I stay, I'm fucking up somebody's contract.
Well, if you-
from staying, like,
No.
First of all, I blame Draymond for a
Definitely,
lot of things
100%.
too, especially for that. Because first of all, you don't talk to your teammate like that. That's number one.
yeah, he don't give a fuck.
And number two, dude, that's a 7-footer that's really got y'all over the top from actually not being one-hit wonders for titles. Give him a little more respect than that. So I get that. The Phoenix thing, yo, I don't even think it's like it's hard because it's like all he does is hoop, and it's like the fans try to critique every little thing he does, and he just be like, bro, they be like, you're not a leader, you're
He's
not
not.
this, you're not that, and then you look around and it's just like, bro, y'all haven't had a leader since Chris Paul left. Like, what the fuck?
he's been averaging 28 points a game for the 3 seasons he's been there. Like, what do you want him to do?
Right,
Lead, nigga. I want him to lead.
Okay, but if it's just him and Booker, you know,
Or
granted,
not even him and Booker, just him.
yeah, granted we got Beal, but did Beal really live up to what he was supposed to live up to? No.
Beal's
So it's
just
just
feeling-
like, what do you want me to do? Like,
And how many coaches?
Make that no
Make the
other-
playoffs?
How many
I
coaches?
don't know.
I got no
yeah, I
help.
know, right?
You have enough help to make the fucking
Not
playoffs.
enough help.
Devin Booker and Bradley Beal should get you in the fucking play-in,
Did you
bro.
not just hear me
they've
where
been hurt.
Beal did not live up to his expectations?
Bill's always hurt, and
Oh, you got 2 All-Stars there. That should get you a
That
playoff
man,
game.
what? How old is he? 37?
Beal?
No, KD. Like
KD,
37?
36.
Yeah.
He's 36? All right. At some point, he's like, all right, y'all need to find some other folks that will take the load off him offensively. Like, there's no reason why he needs to be scoring all this many points to have this team be competitive. Whereas the young guys that are going to step up.
expecting much from the old guy,
Yeah, expecting a lot. Expecting a lot from an old guy who had some serious injuries.
right?
And who can still put up the numbers.
So, like, anytime you like attempt to trade someone, you're gonna get offended. You're not gonna want to stay.
Yeah,
So I don't blame him for leaving again.
No, I blame him.
Yeah, that's like a girl saying, I want to break up.
No. Listen. The
Sun seems like they're breaking it up
The
anyway,
NBA is
so.
a fucking business. This nigga, what's the dude from fucking Indiana Pacers? The
Halliburton?
center, the big Miles Turner.
Turner?
Miles Turner's been in trade since he was 17 years old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That nigga's been in every trade ever. That nigga's still playing. It's part of the business. KD heard, what, you trying to turn me? I'm out of here.
But
You
it's
guys don't love me. I'm
It's
gone.
Miles Turner.
But it's Miles Turner.
No, I know. I'm using him as an example.
You know what I mean?
But my point is, it's like, yo, your name is going to be tossed in
In his case, it shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Listen,
Why?
Hey, KD,
Because-
if you want to come to Boston, we'll try to find something
Nah.
for you.
If you're Kevin Durant and you don't want your name being in trades, maybe your team shouldn't finish out of the fucking play-in.
But you can't put all the blame on
I can
him.
put him not making the playoffs on him. Yes, I can.
How? He made
Because
the
him and
playoff-
Devin Booker should be the good enough fucking team to be in the play-in. A play-in is a 10 seed, nigga.
okay.
You can't make the 10 seed,
They
nigga.
made the playoff this
allowed.
year.
10 seed,
This
nigga.
year was a wash. They made the
Why
playoff.
was this year a wash? Why?
Injuries.
Who?
What do you mean who? If it wasn't KD, it was
you're high
Booker.
on that.
If
I
it was
fucking hate KD.
If it wasn't
nigga.
KD,
Honestly,
it was
sometimes.
Booker. If it wasn't Booker,
I
it was
just
Beal.
think KD gets all the chances. Like, oh,
triangle-
guys, he's really not trying to win. He's just a hooper who
But
likes
the
to hoop.
triangle was injured the
He's
whole
just
year.
a hooper. We should just enjoy him hooping.
Booker hurt his hamstring twice.
Yeah.
Beal was in the IL the
When you're
whole
an
year.
elite player, I expect you to win.
It's not like he's
but-
in his prime.
That
Yeah,
nigga's
but
averaging 20 in a game. That's pretty good. You should
he's
win.
27 years old.
How many games he
let
missed,
him be-
though?
Yeah, but Melvin's disregarding the facts that the rest of the team also was injured.
Bro,
He
but
just thinks it was
you're
KD.
thinking that you're calling these niggas like the Hornets, bro. They had enough players on the
No,
team
they
to
did
make
not.
a 10 seed.
If
nigga.
it's not them three, there's nobody else on that team.
Bull.
Bol
Yeah,
Bol,
like who?
Bol
Like who?
better than Wemby guy.
Like the
you know?
Celtics' depth is better than them.
Bro, I didn't say go to the finals, my nigga, but you could have made the play-in, bro.
But
You high on
if
Devin
it
Booker.
wasn't KD injured, it
I
was
just never
Booker
Booker
injured.
enough.
Booker got hurt twice with his
Hey,
hamstring.
before KD went there, these niggas were in the finals. Okay,
'Cause of
the
Chris
Suns.
Paul.
Who else is there?
Yeah, because of Chris Paul.
Oh,
else
Devin
on that
Booker had a
team?
pretty good series.
Chris Paul, Booker T,
Who
Mikal
they
Bridges.
got?
They had more depth.
Call this nigga Booker T.
Yeah.
This nigga said Booker T.
Devin Booker. Like, they actually had a rotation.
I'm not that high on Devin Booker.
With Chris Paul, huh?
I'm not.
He had a worse season.
I'm not
But he's
saying,
good
but
enough.
He's a good.
2 All-Stars.
He's a good second. Third
right,
option.
he's a-
If I take names,
He's an all-NBA.
If I take names out of it, if I
He's
take names out of it,
all-NBA.
and I said this team has 2 All-Stars, don't you think they're a playoff team?
If injuries don't happen, yeah.
Well, he wasn't out for the season, my nigga. They played enough games where they could have like.
No, they did not.
Who they got?
probably
Grayson
played.
Allen or
They
something?
probably played a
Who
good
else is on
38
that team?
games
I don't
together.
even-
Grayson
They probably played a good
Allen.
38 games
Who's
together.
is Nurkic still
Grayson
there?
Allen was hurt too. No, he got
Nurkic
traded. That bum.
traded. I think he got traded to the Wizards. Or
Yeah,
something.
nah, he got traded to Phoenix for
Who's the
Nick
big man
Richards.
there? I don't even
Nick
remember.
Richards. He got traded
That's
from
it?
Phoenix. Yeah, they only had Nurkic, and he got traded to the Hornets for
He wasn't even
Richards.
speaking to the coach.
he
They
wasn't,
weren't even. That team, nobody was.
I'll give you that horrible coach, a horrible coaching choice. I don't know why Phoenix did
that coach lost the locker room immediately.
Immediately.
But I don't know. I think
I blame that. I blame
I
that.
blame.
No, you
You
guys.
know what it is? You know what
They
my problem
just
is with
didn't have the right
KD?
fit.
My problem is with KD is just like, bro, you 10, 15 years ago, but they're talking about this dude might be beating the scoring record and all that shit. He's had a great career. Those Warrior rings save your fucking career.
I don't know.
But
If it
it's
wasn't
just
for
it's
the Achilles injuries,
it's like
it'd be
damn,
different.
you're great, but you could have been so much more, my nigga. You know what I mean? Like it just if you had just a little bit, if you were just a better leader, if you were better into other
a lot
shit,
of greats that,
if you
like-
weren't so soft mentally,
Did those
maybe you should have
those
been.
Warriors ring also save the Warriors too? Because
Nah, because they won before him.
that was the only one they were gonna get.
Nah, they won another one without him.
I believe
that was the only one they would
I
get.
believe they would have split.
They'd have.
They would have at least got one from Cleveland. Cleveland would have got another one. They would have split.
They wouldn't. They would not have even gone back to the finals again.
Without KD?
Yeah.
Nah, you bugging.
No, they would have made it.
You
No, they
bugging.
would not.
They
have
won
gone-
73 games. What are you
after-
talking about?
You
They would
bugging.
need someone to. They would
after
need.
They
that-
just won 73
Yeah,
games.
they weren't going back to the finals after that.
Who was gonna beat them?
They weren't going back to the finals after
I don't
that.
know about that.
remember.
They weren't.
Remember.
That's why they got KD.
Nah, remember,
They got
Clay
KD to
didn't
beat
get hurt
Cleveland.
till Clay Thompson didn't get hurt till that following season.
But
so
still.
they would have still been.
Nah, they would not have gotten back to the
I
finals.
think they're playing each other in the finals
That's-
regardless if KD's there or not.
That's the reason they got KD because they knew.
I think-
it was also that
Who did they
window,
lose?
man.
Who like what changed?
They got what they get rid of Harrison Barnes.
Oh,
They traded Harrison
Yeah.
Barnes
Oh,
and
they
then,
need someone
and
to-
then
I
a
don't
couple
remember.
other guys.
Who's around there? Dallas is there? Who's
the other dude?
OKC's
Who's the-
good? No,
Mo
who's
Spades?
good?
At the time,
Yeah, Murray Space.
Yeah,
OKC.
I forgot about him.
OKC's probably the top team.
It was. I don't remember the order.
yeah, at the
I would
time.
have been OKC.
If KD stays,
Yeah.
maybe.
Imagine.
All right, we still.
We'll see.
Manny, where's KD playing next season? Just give us a quick prediction.
Oh yeah.
So I have two predictions.
Forgot we were doing
Steve
this.
He-
completely disregards me saying quick. It's in my face. He's like, all right. So I got 2 or 3 of these. I'm like, nigga, what I just say?
All right, I got two predictions. He's either gonna go back and play with Kyrie and AD in Dallas, so he's gonna team up with Dallas over there, or he's gonna give the Warriors another championship run
He
and
ain't
team
going
up,
back to go.
team
I don't
up
think
with
he's going
He's not going
team
back
up
to
with
Warriors.
with Curry and playoff Jimmy.
Actually, he would do some bitch ass shit like that.
Watch.
I want to go.
he don't-
back.
Those are my
I don't
two.
think- I don't
Those are
think
my
he's
two
going back.
options.
I think he
At
said
this
he
point
would.
of just
He's
at this
not
point of his
interested in going
career,
back.
he's just gonna get a
He
couple more
declined. He
rings.
declined the Warriors trade in at the trade deadline.
Did you say
KD.
Phoenix? I mean, did you
Nah,
say
he
Houston?
had no say in that.
I think
No,
Houston.
he-
Houston's my pick.
He declined it because he didn't want to. He wanted to finish out the season.
Yeah, he had no say in that anyway.
But now they got Jimmy, so then they don't need him.
He
They'll
should
take
go,
him.
He should
Right.
go to Memphis.
nah,
He should
Not
go to
bad.
Memphis.
Ja ain't gonna be
They
there.
need. They need.
They're gonna get rid of
They,
Ja.
they do need like that one extra.
They
Like,
need. Memphis needs a vet. They need a vet. They just need a vet. They
Yeah, but
have
if you get
a
it-
lot of pieces, but
If you get a vet, it's to complement Ja and Desmond Bain.
you know what KD
and
should have
Jaren
done?
Jackson.
KD should have stayed in the East.
Jaren Jackson.
With Brooklyn?
No.
Jaren Jackson.
Just he should have. Doesn't have to be Brooklyn.
That would be a good
Think
team.
about
Jaren Jackson?
how much easier the East is.
What about
for
the
Kevin Durant.
Kings?
That's why LeBron went to 9 fucking finals in a row.
KD in Indiana with Halliburton?
No, I'm gonna say the Kings.
No,
Nah.
All right.
Kings is like going to Clippers, nigga. You go out
They
there.
just
and
lost
die.
DeMar DeRozan. They gonna try to replace
Fox.
that.
They lost Fox, too.
Kings is where you go when your knees are fucked up, bro.
Sabonis is asking for help.
Think about it. Like Sabonis, fuck out of here. He's a good player, but he's the best 2, 3.
He's
Look,
asking for help.
look.
He's asking for help.
He's a walking double-double.
Miami.
I'll give it to
They
him.
need a big splash. They need a big splash.
Nah, Miami's not
I
going to be
think
good.
honestly,
That's gonna be Zion.
Sorry, Miami.
Your run's
But
done.
if Pat Riley's running the team, they're not getting nobody.
New York?
People, New York, maybe.
No, back to New York.
KD to New York, you guys are
To the
saying?
Knicks.
To the Wizards, he goes home.
Nah, he ain't
He
going to
never want to go back home.
He'll retire.
Yeah, for some reason he
I
don't
think
want.
I think
never want to go back.
one
home.
of the Texas teams. I think Houston or Dallas.
Oh, Dallas, yeah, because he went to Texas.
Nike guy. You know, Nico was a Nike guy.
Nico needs a win. So like I think he needs a win.
I think
Like,
Nico need to pray to whoever he prays to that Luka doesn't get a ring in these next couple years.
yeah.
Because if it happens, even if Dallas fires him from being a GM,
Problem is, like, yo, if they were healthy, Dallas, it looks like it is a pretty good team. You know what I mean?
They're never gonna be healthy.
You curse it.
they're never going to be healthy.
I know, right?
We have reached
Ta-da.
my favorite part of the show. The DJ Bufka said a question.
You are now in the mix with DJ Bufka.
The DJ Bufka said a question is a game we play at the end of every episode. It's a pretty simple game. McCullough, you've played it a couple times. He asks you one choice. He give you one choice or the other one. First question is always the same. We have to ask you again because of the Manny G rule.
Yep.
Jordan or LeBron?
I just told y'all why I can't have LeBron in my GOAT conversation along with Kobe.
That is
It's
Jordan.
It is Jordan.
I think my answer's been consistent. every
It should
time
be.
I-
Most people are. Apparently, this guy, you know,
Yeah,
some
I
people
can't-
change.
My answer never changed.
Mine don't
The
change.
funny thing is that he'll argue in the group chat like I don't have video evidence of this nigga saying LeBron. Literally on camera.
Oreo, you were there and you knew I was
He
kidding.
just like, I was joking. Oh.
You guys knew I was joking when I picked LeBron.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
Nah, you weren't joking.
No,
Yeah,
like, it was clear.
I don't like because it had a serious face. You guys know I don't like LeBron.
I didn't know that.
What do you mean?
Hey, did y'all see Craig Hodges' Jordan story from one year in the playoffs? They said after shoot around, they dropped him off at a bar.
Oh, yeah.
He came back
Hammered.
He came back lit, and I think he had like 30 in the first half.
He's like, y'all can take over the rest. That's crazy. That's wild. All right. Who retires first? KD or Steph?
That's a good one. Jeez, probably KD.
I think there's been a common answer.
Yeah, I think
I would say, well, it all depends on that Achilles and what injury like pops up. But
Yeah, Steph hasn't had no.
Steph is like,
You know.
I can see KD like not fully emotionally invested into the game, but hooping for a long time.
Yeah. And the thing is, like,
Curry,
say
like
with KD, what else is he going to do?
I mean, he's
After
got,
retirement.
Every
What,
time
like,
you see
Steph's
Curry-
got a lot of shit going on.
got-
What the
KD
fuck is Kevin Durant going to
KD
do?
got his company.
he's been sailing.
no, but like when you see Curry losing and he having a bad game, and you see that look in his face, like he's just tired of the game of basketball.
Before Jimmy got there, it looked a little like, he looked a little depressed. That boy looking sad as hell.
of this
Yeah,
shit.
definitely before Jimmy got there.
Jimmy definitely extended
It's
it.
not gonna be physically. I think just like
But KD
Yeah,
has,
Well, the way Steph plays too is
Yeah,
it
yeah.
takes a toll.
KD keeps
baby.
getting bad luck too. He's had at least 4 or 5 mild ankle sprains since he's gotten back
Oh,
from
he's
his
linked.
injury.
He skips legs day. That
Always-
fucking.
It's
always
them low
something,
tops.
nigga.
It's the low tops.
Always something. I'm like,
always
yo,
get hurt, yeah. But it's like
It's the low tops.
that shit part of it. You always gonna get hurt.
I'm like, yo, that's why I don't even draft him in fantasy anymore.
So, I
What team? When KD goes to the Hall of Fame, what team is on this like NBA bust thing?
Probably OKC.
You think so?
Bust?
Yeah.
No, like the little what do they call it? Like a little statue? It's like a.
Play OKC Golden State.
OKC, Golden State.
I think it would be Golden State.
Yeah, I'd say Golden State.
Nah, it probably both.
I don't know how it works. I know in baseball you can only wear one cap.
I
don't know how the NBA works.
I gotta see
The
it.
Basketball Hall of Fame, I have no idea too, because they be putting people in from like Yugoslavia and shit. So
Yeah, the NBA Hall of Fame lets everybody in.
Yeah,
So they really do. Like, didn't Iguodala just make the Hall of Fame?
I don't remember. I don't remember that happening. But
Am I tripping? I remember seeing somebody. I was like, man, was it him? Or maybe he's like in the running next year or something like that. He's a finalist. I think I saw him as a finalist. I was like,
Carmelo just got in.
yeah, it's first ballot.
Dwight
Yeah.
Howard in.
How do you have Dwight Howard first ballot but not on the 75? These niggas got to get their shit together.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because they was hating.
They was hating at that time.
They was hating. How you have
He
Dame-
changed his attitude a little
That's
bit.
why-
And they were like, all
Dame-
right.
How you have Dame Lillard in the top 75?
That's crazy.
That is
Or
crazy.
even Anthony Davis.
I just like
Howard.
maybe this is me, but winning is so important when I'm talking about legacy, and it seems like it's not as important to other people, and I don't understand that.
Dwight Howard took down. He had one of the greatest playoff runs. And
Dwight Howard's the
almost-
reason we never saw LeBron and Kobe in the finals.
Yeah, pretty much. And if Courtney Lee doesn't miss that layup, who knows how that series would have went?
That's crazy. Courtney Lee. I forgot
That's
about
wild.
that one.
All right. Battle of the fast food joints. McDonald's or Burger King?
I haven't ate either of them in forever, but probably Burger King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sir. You know the four major ones. If Sanchez was here, he'll tell you to rank them, so I'm going to tell you, ask you the same. Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell, McDonald's, put them in order.
Wendy's.
Number one?
Yeah, Wendy's number one.
I respect that.
Go Burger King number two. McDonald's 3. I don't eat Taco Bell.
I just ate Taco Bell. My stomach's a little bubbly right now.
That's exactly why I don't.
You know what it is?
They've stepped up their menu.
Who?
Taco Bell.
They're the most innovative.
They are the most innovative, but they're also the most expensive.
They're always creative.
You know how I know Taco Bell got expensive? They stopped putting their prices on the menu. That's when you know.
Like, what do you mean?
And I actually have a Taco Bell story since it's hurting my
They
stomach.
sell wings there now too, right?
I don't eat that shit.
Chicken nuggets.
Oh my God.
So before I come taping, you know, I'm
fat.
busy. Usually I have fast food when the days I'm taping just because I running out of time. I conveniently have to stop. I went to Taco Bell. I go for the value, the little value menu because that's the only thing under $10 on that bitch.
Double beef crunch burrito.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
favorite shit.
I don't know.
Wow.
Which,
Bro, that's pretty good for
so I
$2.
request. It was like deluxe, something deluxe box or some
Oh,
shit.
the Luke's box, yep.
Yeah, this
Luke's.
nigga knows. Yeah, Manny, how much time you spent at Taco Bell, my nigga?
I'm just saying. I know my,
number 7.
I know my shit in case.
You never know.
So I get up there and I told him when I got up to the drive-thru, I'm like, "Yo, just put it in the bag. I don't need it in the box because they give it to you in another box. I think that's like weird. Like I don't need it nice, but just put it in the bag." He's like, "All right." Again, obviously, I'm a Taco Bell. They're not fucking rocket scientists that live there. I mean, that work there. He goes back, comes back. He's like, "Oh, they already put it in the box." And I was like, "All right, cool. So take it out of the box and put it in the fucking bag." And he's like, all right. Comes back with a supervisor. What's the problem? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Can you guys put the Taco Bell? I know it comes in a box, so you put it in the bag. All right. She comes back. Yeah, they already put it in the box. I'm like, that's fantastic. Now take the fucking food in the box and put it in the bag. The same food you just made, open the box and put it in the bag. Oh, comes back and gives me the bag. I'm like, yo, what is wrong? That's why you guys want to get paid fucking $20 an hour. You guys can't even do this shit.
I swear, yo, this era is so.
That's the
fucking
problem,
crazy.
yo. It's just
so crazy.
just so. It's just yo,
high as shit.
common
They be all
sense.
high as shit.
We were high as shit working in fast
But-
food all
and
the
we
time.
would understand
yeah,
that.
but we knew common sense.
Yo,
That's
You see
why.
how
crazy.
excited when I pull up smoking? You see how excited they get? They all come to the window like, oh, you got that, yeah.
Peanut butter jelly sandwiches, man. Peanut butter jelly sandwiches.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
But I do try to avoid fast food as much as possible. It's just
I be trying to cut down myself.
yeah. All right. Who was better, KG or Dirk?
Man. I know.
Like,
This is one of those.
a better player or a better legacy?
Who was better?
That's always that.
better?
I can't like.
You're the only one who separates them.
Because you have to.
But when I'm
biased.
talking about a
Who's
reg-
better?
I'm talking about just
Legacy then.
No, I'm not talking about legacy.
He's talking about pure skill.
Pure, like,
basketball.
Who's a better basketball player?
all around. Who's?
I've said this many times, and I'm gonna stick with it. I said I will run through a wall for KG, and I'm gonna say KG. Like KG was.
I just seen both of the documentaries. I'm gonna go with
KG,
Kevin
man.
Garnett.
KG. Man. When Dirk was Dirk. I can see why people say Dirk, but KG, man, man.
Yeah.
I'd probably go KG, but what makes it even close is what Dirk did in that playoff run.
Yeah, that.
Dirk's the only guy I've seen single-handedly win a ring.
He did single-handedly win a ring.
And he had to like this. That ring was so important to him because the last time he was in the finals, he got punked,
hold.
he got bamboozled. Then like the following year, being the first 8 seed to lose to a 1 seed.
Yep.
I mean, being the first 1 seed to lose to an 8 seed.
If it wasn't for that year, Dirk's legacy looks real James Harden-ish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it just.
That's true too.
Yeah, so that finals, like
KG,
but
I really
True, too,
value.
but they were always in the playoffs. Always.
But KG didn't win until he got out of Minnesota.
yeah,
But I always value a two-way player way more. Not even just a little bit more, but way more than just a score.
I just like.
So
value
you
KG.
say that
KG
people say that, but then I'm hearing Steph Curry's in people's top 3. That don't make sense to me. You can't have it both ways. Steph Curry plays no fucking defense and never has.
It ain't like Luka.
I mean,
Bro, Steph Curry,
he plays D.
It's solid.
Steph Curry does
It's
not
like-
guard, nigga.
It's like solid.
but so if we're talking top 3, top 5, these are the greatest players of all time.
I don't put
so
them
you're
in my-
nitpicking, right? This is what we're doing. Legacy, we're nitpicking.
No, but like I don't put him in my top.
Oh, okay. Because I've heard someone tell me, like, but he don't play defense. You can't put him in the top 3.
I'm not.
5.
I don't.
Maybe 10.
So when people do those convos and they start like talking about who plays defense and who's not, I'm like, man, this is the NBA.
True.
You could play as good a defense you want, and somebody could still give you 40.
No, for sure.
So
For
Yeah,
sure.
but like,
I think people like to just
But like just the
people like to make it
If
seem
you-
like
if
defense.
you-
is
you-
like, you know.
you
But KG played
that's-
defense.
covering the better play, the best player when you're the best player just like looks better, man. Like
It does, but
you like be that dog. The game's two ways. You can't just be like
Cleveland won a championship by attacking Steph Curry, man.
No.
What you mean? You didn't see the switch?
yeah, but he ended up gaining some muscle and got a little better. Like
He did.
Not even. Kyrie just hit a ridiculous, amazing shot that got him over the edge.
that was the most.
Oh, you didn't see them fucking do the pick so they switch so Steph Curry can cover Kyrie?
that was good
Kyrie was cooking.
But that was good
Kyrie
defense,
just
though.
gave him 40, 41. It was. Gave him 41 the day before.
Doesn't matter. Again, Kyrie and
You
LeBron.
arguing with me and Steph Curry's a good defensive player, nigga? You really gonna argue with me about this shit right
Kyrie a
now?
good
No, I'm not
defensive
talking
player?
about that. I'm just saying. I'm
put
just
them
bringing up the
equal,
point
honestly.
because I'm always going to defend that when
They're
people
both
say
just, like,
the reason
solid.
why Cleveland won and all that. Like, no, Kyrie hit a ridiculously amazing shot
was a
that
tough
got
shot.
him the
That
title.
was a tough shot. I don't know about ridiculously
No.
amazing.
No, that was a tough shot. That was
a tough shot.
and that was as good a defense you could play on that.
Yeah.
and which goes to
But
just show
I'm not-
you.
not
that
just
He
playing
don't
is
make that
good
shot,
defense.
they're not winning.
But also,
Actually, the game was tied, so
people
you
like
don't know that.
they like to nit and pick on players or who plays defense and who doesn't. Like as we're talking about Kyrie Irving, he's like probably one of everybody's favorite basketball player. But is Kyrie? Does Kyrie play defense?
Yeah.
he's with Curry.
But I understand the
He's in the
argument.
same-
Obviously, you don't have to be a great defensive player to be a great player. But when we're nitpicking, when we're talking top 5 people of all time.
What if you?
That's when you
Was
got
Magic Johnson a great defender?
Yeah, but why
Probably
why does your elite
I don't
defense not?
he wasn't.
Why do you having elite defense have to put you in the top categories?
I think it matters when you're going 1-on-1 or who's better than who.
Like, you don't have to have great defense to be.
Michael Jordan was a great
But that's what made
defensive.
him so great, though.
Yeah.
People
He was a two-way
Kobe,
player.
two-way player, great at
Two-way
defense,
player.
right?
Yeah.
LeBron has a
two-way
two-way
player.
player. Look, everybody has in common. Kareem.
Okay.
I just named my top 5 right
greats
there.
are all
Yeah,
like
but you don't
two-way-
have. What I'm saying is, you
To be in
don't
that
have
top
to have-
5, to me, yes, you do.
You have to have elite defense
So
to be in
Magic-
To be
top.
my top 3 of all time,
Magic's not in your top 5.
No.
Magic, he's not in your top 5.
It changes every day. I gotta look at it.
I got
Because Magic wasn't your.
I know.
he wasn't a. He was a
Jordan,
defensive stopper.
LeBron, Kareem,
There's also like I don't know.
Kobe.
Was Bird like this great
I
defensive
see,
player?
this is where like I always separate it. who has a better legacy and who was a better player.
I don't like that.
Because in the old niggas,
That's a cop-out.
No, because then the Bill Russells and the people, the Kareems, they get the better legacy. They get on that list. But in the better players, you get to throw maybe like a KD in there.
Iverson.
I agree. Defense is part of it, but let's not. Let's
To me, if top three of all time,
it matters to me for KG and Dirk.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, KG was just a way better defender than Dirk.
No, like with that group chats, someone was arguing Steph Curry was number 2, and I was like, no.
Nah, Ricky
Number
threw
two.
that out.
Yeah, and I was just like, you can't.
Number 2 all time.
Yeah,
I like him,
you
but
can't
not
be number
number-
2 and not guard people. Like you can't.
I get it. I just don't think that disqualifies you from
Steph's
being
not
one of
what-
the top greats.
You are one of Steph Curry. If you play no defense, you're still top 10 probably of all time. I'm not saying you can't, but when you're in the top 1, 2, 3, I need you to be.
Hey man, that's
You know what I mean? I need you to.
I'll agree with that.
Hey,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a lot of like young sports writers that are coming up, and
know,
they're
all these LeBron-
gonna be telling the stories in the future. And
True. We
might have stuff.
us at 806 are not gonna let motherfuckers forget.
They ain't forgetting.
We ain't forget what these motherfuckers did.
I remember.
All right.
but Steph,
Big-
Steph could crack. Steph's in that top 10 though.
No, yeah, he's mine too.
That top 10.
Especially if he gets a couple more titles before he retires.
If he gets one this year, I'd retire.
All right.
Top, that'd be crazy.
Nice
last
little.
ring, get outta
Probably one of the biggest boxing fights was just made a couple days ago.
Oh yeah.
Canelo or Crawford? Who you got winning?
I can't go against Crawford, man. I can't go against Crawford. But Crawford, it's definitely gonna be an interesting fight, different type of fight. But Canelo's it's gonna be interesting. But
I don't see a world where Canelo wins.
I wasn't.
don't-
I wasn't impressed with his last fight.
I wasn't impressed with the
over
last
this
10
weekend?
fights.
Yeah.
over this weekend. I'm not impressed by a guy who's ducking people, and he's been ducking that dude Benavidez. He's been ducking him for how many years now?
Like 6, 7 years. Just because, he's Mexican. I don't want to fight my brother.
Yeah.
Nigga, you don't know that nigga. Fuck out of here. Fight him. That's why boxing, like, yo, I'm sorry, but like,
Did y'all see the
UFC
fights this
might be
weekend?
more popping.
Is it?
That's one thing you guys gotta understand though. When you've been the champ in the boxing world, like you pick and choose
Yeah,
who
you do.
you know
Yeah.
what I mean. There's
Yeah, and
no there's
that is-
no
you're right, you're right.
anybody can
That
come
is
and be
your
like,
right.
I want to fight you.
That is your right. You are one of the greatest of all time. You're on top of the world. You can pick and choose. But that also means I can criticize you for it.
Not,
It don't-
but
if
not
you-
if he's fighting niggas like Crawford next.
No, the Crawford one, I'll give you that.
That shows he's not really hiding.
Hey, all announced fights are cool. Until they're in the ring, I don't believe shit.
But him and Benavidez should have been fought.
Come on, nigga. What are you doing?
He gonna do him like Mayweather did.
Right, they should've-
He gonna wait till
Who
he
did
old
just
like
fight?
Pacquiao.
Who did Canelo just fight?
Some bum. I forgot
Yeah,
his-
exactly.
I forgot his-
Exactly.
I forgot his name.
That nigga was running the whole fight.
time. Like,
yeah.
what do we do? Like, and niggas criticize Mayweather, but let's look at Mayweather's last fights.
But
He fought
he-
Pacquiao.
But he
fought-
had notables in there.
It was different.
No, Mayweather did.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
because
Canelo hasn't really.
Canelo, he was trying. I guess
Canelo's last 4 fights.
I think it was just like running away the whole fight.
I see what Melvin's saying, but that was just his last 4 fights. Like before that,
No,
all his
I'm not
were
saying. I'm
notable.
not saying Canelo he has great fights. Even though I think he lost a couple to Triple G and they played him. But
Yeah, GGG was on
you know what I mean? I think that one where he played him, he has his fights. But I also saw Floyd Mayweather fucking treat him like a child.
He learned from that. I'll tell you.
He did.
That's true too.
That made him.
He wasn't. He
And
wasn't ready
old
for Mayweather.
Mayweather toyed with that boy.
He wasn't
was
ready for
23.
Mayweather.
Yeah, he wasn't. He's like, easy
he
money.
wasn't ready for that. Yeah, he wasn't ready for that.
But yeah, I don't see a where Crawford loses.
And it's gonna be in Vegas too. Oh man.
Yeah.
I haven't.
gonna be-
So I was very impressed with Crawford's last fight, but I forgot it now because it's been so long. You know what I'm saying? I gotta rewatch it so I can.
Because this is the fight we want. Like
Yeah,
Crawford.
this-
Like who else are you gonna fight?
Canelo. I've seen him fight so many times. I can picture how he fights.
No, I mean I'll give it to Canelo. Like
More so my
you're
memory.
fighting the best contender.
Yeah.
Now, we'll see if you actually fight, and we'll see what happens. But the problem is with the boxing world, Crawford's gonna have to knock him out.
Yeah.
The judge is gonna get real
Where's
funny.
this
in those
fight?
cards.
Vegas.
Vegas.
A lot of Mexicans out there.
Lots of Mexicans.
A lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a show though.
If it's close, they might.
It's gonna be I think it's gonna be at Allegiant Stadium.
Raiders, where the Raiders at?
Either a knockdown or he has to win the first 8 rounds.
He has to dominate. Crawford has to dominate, or they're not going to give it to him. That's the problem with boxing. Like they'll lean toward the big name just
Yeah.
like it makes more money for
Throw them
this
a
Nah,
dude
couple
but
being-
that's
dollars
always been the rule too. If you're the champion, like you have to show me you've been beating me.
yeah.
12 rounds. If you get a couple sparks here and there, like
Yeah, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be a great.
knock
that's
me
gonna be a
down.
great event.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
I low-key want to go, but I ain't going.
Hell no. We'll watch that illegally for free.
G's a ticket.
4G, and then like the hotel, those hotel prices gonna skyrocket.
All right, what comes out first? GTA 6 or a new Blade movie?
GTA 6.
I haven't caught the new trailer, but I guess it was released today.
For real? I thought it got delayed again.
It did. They gave us a trailer just to be like,
I don't know what's up with Blade. They keep.
How they play, man?
Yeah.
Why doesn't Marvel has it right in front of them, bro? Call Ryan Coogler
Bro,
up.
literally,
like he's right there.
Literally,
give him a call.
copy the other fucking movies and just fucking run with it. It's gonna be good.
The
with
original?
with the new technology that they got and stuff like that. They'd be able to kill it. Just do the same fucking movie.
Marvel be on that. They be on that blue magic.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, Marvel got a good one with Thunderbolts or New Avengers, whatever you want to call it.
That
I
looks
liked
pretty
it.
cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It was good. I saw it a couple days ago. It was good.
They're the new Avengers.
I mean, I don't want to ruin it for our fans, but
No, they ruined it themselves. They
the asterisk.
yeah. They on a post. They like ripped up the poster and they said,
Oh yeah, Marvel's gonna give you 3 days. Marvel's like, nigga, you got it comes out Friday. By Monday, like the niggas pictures are everywhere. Like everything's leaked. You got to stay offline.
Damn, like when is it gonna be on Disney Plus?
Damn, nigga, the movie came out 3 days ago. I don't know.
next week. The way
right,
things
yeah,
be
true,
going now,
true.
it's
Yeah.
a movie.
All right, whose career would you rather have? The only catch is their career goes exactly the same way it went. Greg Oden or Brandon Roy?
Brandon Roy.
Brandon Roy's my
Brandon
guy.
Roy.
Did Greg Oden get that ring on the Heat?
Left.
No, they lost.
Oh, I forgot what
Spurs
year.
slapped them.
Yeah.
That was the year the Spurs played perfect basketball. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
They made like 19 passes of possession, and he was like, "Bro, what do you want me to do?"
Yeah, that was it. Patty Mills
Brandon
went
Roy-
crazy.
Yeah, too. Yeah,
He was a killer lefty.
yeah. I know. I always appreciate the lefties. It's not a lot of us. All right. So it's being close to summertime, which means barbecue season coming up. Which is better on the grill, ribs or steak tips?
Ribs.
I'm trying to stay away from the pork.
All day.
Assalamu alaikum, my brothers.
I'm a steak tip kind of guy for sure. I steak tips yesterday.
I haven't had steaks in a while. I've done steak more.
Champions?
A change. No, I haven't had Champions in a while.
That's fine.
I've done since I've done the whole diet change and everything. I've been eating more steak.
Yo, the Pacers won.
Jesus
how?
Christ.
120 to 119.
You just ruined my night.
Yo, when I looked, it was 119, 112. The last time I looked.
Hey, Donovan Mitchell couldn't do it alone.
Let me guess. Another Halliburton game winner.
Bro,
Let's here it is right there.
Halliburton games the Cavs. It was him. Jesus. Are we gonna stop disrespecting the kid?
Nah, I'll
Telling
always disrespect him. I usually like.
I'm in on the joke too. I think it's funny, and I don't think he's that great.
I'm telling
But
you.
that's a couple times where he's made us look dumb. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Halliburton
Hey, man.
healthy. The Pacers healthy. They're a problem.
I was talking with these guys from the Audacity podcast. I don't like Halliburton's game.
I don't either. No one should. No one does.
Why though?
I don't.
Huh?
There's just something about his game. I just can't.
I know he has a
pinpoint what-
weird shot.
It's
but
not even that. It's
He's like
just
a little kid.
It's just like I be watching and there's just like something about his game. I really can't pinpoint what it
I
is,
feel
but it
you.
just be like,
He plays like a
Yo,
little kid out there.
like what the?
It's the goofiness.
He's filthy.
Goofy as hell.
We're gonna have to stop. I think it's the light skin thing. We're gonna have to stop.
Might be a light
This
skin.
has to be investigated. The light skin hating in the NBA is getting a little.
He's filthy.
Nah, I'm gonna be a hater my whole life, probably.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
know.
keep it a buck.
He's
We know.
filthy. Like
You know.
I see. I don't know. I see through. I feel like
Damn.
But he's like, my nigga. He's scoring. He's doing his thing.
But
nigga.
here's one
corny.
thing I talked to somebody about this series after game one. I'm like, Cleveland can't play at Indiana's pace.
No.
They can't. That's what they lost in the game. And once again, 120, 119. But
Them Jared Allens and shit.
Remember, no Garland and no Mobley. That's a dagger
And
too.
no
that
Hunter.
was that. No defensive player of the year.
That's a
No
dagger.
Hunter.
That's a no Hunter too. That's a dagger.
If Garland was there, he'd be food. Because they would.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not big on Garland. I'm not really big on him.
It's an extra 20 points.
He's just a
Yeah,
bucket.
but
He's just a
You
little
just lost by 1 point. You're telling me
No, definitely. You needed him,
Right.
but like I'm not.
No, you're right about that. But extra 20 points he'll give you. But whoever he's covering is going to give you 25.
The audacity of that nigga talking fucking shit about Tyler Hero. You heard that shit? I was like, nigga, I don't remember you guarding anybody. Nice try. All right.
So now Pacers are up 2-0. They're going home. Easily might be a 3-1 series.
Imagine they
coming
sweep
back to
them.
Cleveland.
They sweep Cleveland.
Could be a sweep, but easily a 3-1 series. Coming
Cleveland
back to
Cavaliers looking real Atlanta hawkish.
That's what. That's what the saying's been, y'all. Just
All these
If you go
East
back
like-
to previous episodes, I call these niggas the Atlanta Hawks a bunch of times. So,
Yeah, that's another guy I see out of there.
ooh.
Trey Young.
Trae Young, yeah.
Yo,
Eventually.
listen.
Oh.
If I'm the Orlando Magic, I'm on the call. I'm trying to find out how can we get Trey Young here.
True.
They need
That would be
shooters.
good.
Nah,
good.
bad.
Like all Orlando realistically need is just they need some shooters to surround Paolo
Carroll.
and friends.
And
And all
That's
he
how they
he
do.
be passing the ball. Like,
Yeah.
All right. Couple big concerts coming up. Which one would you rather go to? Chris Brown at Fenway or Kendrick at Gillette?
Fenway's closest, so Chris Brown and Fenway. That's how
You know I'm in there.
That troops
Shout
at
out to
Gillette.
Nick Lanier. He's been making fun of me for about a week. 'Cause apparently, I'm too old to be a Chris Brown fan. I didn't know there was an age limit on this shit. But I'm gonna enjoy myself.
yeah.
At Fenway.
I've never been to Gillette just off like how far it is. Like,
Fuck Gillette.
and it's always like Patriots games are always cold as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm usually there for
High school
for
shit.
the
It's a drive.
And man, let me tell you,
drive
it get cold down there, man.
I bet it does.
December football at Gillette. Oh
All right.
my god.
Speaking, you talk about the cold. Here's someone who you would love to keep you warm. Who would you rather go with? Taylor Rooks or Malika Andrews?
Taylor Rooks.
Jesus Christ. She's right. Like
Fox.
no. You look at her like, all right, like I'm not saying like you shouldn't do sports broadcasting,
You're Fox.
but like, girl, you belong somewhere. Like you fine. Like you fine.
Status, yo.
You know what I mean? Malik Andrews is pretty. Taylor Rooks is fine.
Yeah.
I heard KD was, I give him a little respect if he's doing that. At least
KD.
So somebody
You guys
should be.
expect-
shit.
Somebody.
Niggas, no one ever argues and never walks away from that interview. Right? Not courtside interview. Hell no.
Oh shit.
Damn, you got a picture with Taylor Rooks?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what,
You see the air just come out the building?
Damn.
yeah, that's what I said when I met her. She cool though. She cool. She very like approachable.
Good to know.
I'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind. All right.
But she knows she fine. So
Oh yes, I saw it in an interview when they asked you about it. Like all because I'm fine doesn't mean I can't do my job. We understand, but it does make it a little bit of a look at.
Yeah, and
We
you,
like Dorisburg, but like
niggas be talking crazy in the interview.
you could ask
90% of the reason we're watching.
you could ask the dumbest question. And they'll be like, you're gonna get some type of answer.
Absolutely. Who would win 1-1 right now?
Shaq or Gorilla?
Two podcast former NBA hoopers. Jeff Teague or Gilbert Arenas?
1-on-1.
Right now.
Dumb question.
Jeff Teague.
I don't know that.
Jeff Teague. I think Jeff Teague would. Because I swear, Gilbert I don't think Gilbert, like, when he gets out there, because you see they be doing, like, the shooting drills and stuff.
I think Gilbert's knees are really fucked up. Like,
Yeah,
everything.
and I don't think Gilbert would be serious.
I feel that. Teague played more recently too.
Yeah, he played in the Big Three.
Jeff Teague just beat Gilly.
Yeah, he did.
That shit was pretty funny.
Isn't the Big Three starting up again?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they coming to Boston again this year.
yeah.
Coming to Boston.
Yeah, I think I'll be in DR when they're here though.
Kemba Walker in it now.
All right. Last but not least,
UConn product.
and I went back and forth deciding whether I'd ask this question on the podcast or not, because I believe the question has been a little played out, but I'd be remiss if us on the podcast didn't discuss this like everybody else in the
Talking
world.
about 100 gorillas? 100 men versus
100 men
Oh man.
versus one gorilla. Who
Everybody's been
wins?
talked about this.
I mean, I was like,
Talking
I'm not
about
gonna
this-
miss out. Like,
we're
shit.
talking about this
I want the
nonstop,
clicks too, nigga. Shit. I want the views.
Talk about this nonstop for
Hey, man,
weeks.
that gorilla is going to beat the brakes.
Out of every person,
100 men.
Manny, I'm very interested to hear what Manny believes.
Weapons included?
No weapons.
No
weapons
weapons.
included.
No weapons.
What's the setting?
Doesn't matter.
Are we outside? Can I dig a hole? Can I?
No,
build,
you gotta fight this nigga.
can I build a trap? Can I make a hole in the ground with leaves on top, trap them, and then burn them alive? Can we do that if we're outside? That's not like that's all.
Where are you gonna get the fire, bro? There's no weapons.
They were able to create fires before fucking.
By the time you're
So, but
freaking,
this nigga's ripping apart 100 people, and you're
he's
you're
in
in the
a-
corner rubbing two sticks together.
That nigga's in the hole. That nigga's in the hole. He fell through the
And
leaves.
again, is that
You think a gorilla can't climb out of a hole, Leo?
It gotta be a deep hole. Pause.
I just
Yeah,
don't think people understand.
100 ain't strong enough to beat that gorilla.
Yeah,
I'm a
I
side with
think
the gorilla.
here's what I believe,
100
and it won't happen. Here's what I believe. I think 100 focused and trained people could figure it out. The problem is, once he kills 25 of your men, the morale in the rest of the group is gone. Everybody else is like, fuck, this nigga just ripped his arm off and beat the other guy with the arm and top of his head. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just...
They gotta be like with the mentality that like the world's gonna end if we don't.
There has
stop
to be
this
something on the
gorilla.
line. Like, yo, if we don't kill this gorilla, the world is over. Because 100 men, the first 15,
I ain't fighting for my life for nothing.
85 are just going to run.
The front line, the front line.
Front line is gone, bro.
They fighting that gorilla for nothing.
Yo, I don't think people understand how strong
We'd have to simulate this or something.
the
I don't think
silverback
it-
gorilla, bruh.
I don't think there's no simulation
The thing
involved,
is,
bro.
like,
Ask Chat GPT.
no, there's been a bunch of them shits in it. You can never get an accurate one, you know? They look kind of crazy.
Listen,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm still picking the
Gorillas
gorilla.
have very low stamina. We got to get it tired immediately.
They don't
That's how we're gonna
need-
start. We're going to
they
get it
don't-
tired.
first of all, who's we?
You know they
So-
they run like 25, 30 miles per hour.
And then they have to chill for a little bit. And then they might clothesline a couple niggas.
No, they
pick a
got,
nigga
they
up.
got real good endurance.
No. That's not what I read.
No, they got,
I see low stamina.
yeah, even if it has low stamina, I don't know if that nigga breaks a sweat off 100, bro. I think he literally miles through us.
I think he takes a breather.
yeah. Scott Steiner said he could beat the.
Of course he can. That's all the juice in his fucking head. Of course he can.
I think 100 Scott Steiners can do it.
Nah,
I don't even think 100 Mike Tysons can do it, bro.
Like Prime?
Planet of the Apes.
Prime. I love he says prime like it makes a difference.
I think it does make a difference.
Bro, I
Yo,
don't,
100 prime Mike Tysons might make a dent.
100 people's a lot, yo.
Huh?
y'all want to know what Scott Steiner said about his
Yeah,
take?
we'll on the show on that.
Scott Steiner. Okay, let's say you got 100 average men, no weapons, no training, just fear in their eyes and dad bods in their way. Then you got one full-grown silverback gorilla, 600 pounds of pure rage muscle, and tree ripping power. Now here comes the math. Out of those over 100 men, maybe 25% don't even show up once they see the gorilla. That's 25 cowards eliminated immediately. Then you got 33, 1/3% of them trying to talk it out. They're done. Another 20% just stand there frozen, pissing their pants. Now you're left with about 21 guys panicked, half committed, and getting launched like lawn darts.
See?
But what if Big Papa Pump's in the mix? You just tipped the freaking scale. Now it's not 100 men versus one gorilla. It's one gorilla versus the genetic freak, and that spells disaster for that gorilla. Scott Steiner, ladies and gentlemen.
Fucking legend.
Fucking legend.
Hey,
That gorilla would power bomb his ass.
Oh my god, yeah.
I will always choose
That's a big thing.
humans over.
I know. Adios.
Over most.
Our last one was what was it choking out? Was it a grizzly bear? No, it was a grizzly. A brown bear
Oh, brown bear.
and a kangaroo. We've had a lot of fucking questions about.
That's why when I saw this one, I was like, man, this ain't new. We talk about these all the time.
Someone said a polar bear.
Yeah,
Polar
bears are
bear,
crazy
there's
too.
no human. Yeah,
Y'all
you
ever see a polar bear stand up? I think they might be close to like 6'10" or something. They're tall as
Polar
well.
bear is the only one of the bears that human is actually in their food chain. Like they hunt you.
Yeah.
Other bears were just like
Them niggas is starving.
Yeah.
Yo, you haven't seen food in so long.
You see that video of the polar bear chasing the dude on like that those motorcade or whatever?
Nigga, you better go.
Yeah, he
better go.
legit chasing him.
You better not stop. That nigga's not gonna stop.
Run out of gas, you're in trouble.
Oh,
All right.
man.
Shout outs.
Shout out.
Shout out to Vibe Entertainment. Shout out to Uneducated MMA.
Yes, sir. Shout out P2P.
Yes.
Koki will be answering
back
about his
at the
next
point.
suit.
Back at the point. It's gonna be a vibe.
Fucking Red Sox are trash, nigga.
I was trying to. Niggas not popping up. Get out of here.
I stayed away from the parlay.
I'm glad it's back at the point. The point,
Yes.
the point was just a vibe.
It's definitely it was missed last year. It was definitely missed, but now
that location last year was cool, but it wasn't.
No, right.
the problem with the location is that it was in a location that's not used to having a bunch of us there to watch sporting events. So a lot of unnecessary phone calls was made to certain police officers about.
Well, I mean, the first day you had them kids acting up for no reason.
Listen, speaking to people, we as a community are going to P2P to watch basketball. So you little girls that go in there and start the little fights, no one give a fuck about your little boyfriend and he's fucking both of y'all. I don't give a shit. All right? Nobody cares. Stop ruining our fucking days. Last time some girl brought a taser, it was just unnecessary. Go fight down the street like everybody else. Get it away from the courts. Get it away.
Bring it to the park.
It should be. It's. You know what I mean? During the P2P games, it's literally Switzerland.
And if something does
it's
happen, let's
Switzerland.
not freak out and call police right away.
Please. Oh no, they're there already.
We're gonna have to hire security. Do a pat check.
It's just, people come for the good vibes. It's summertime. The sun's out. So hopefully they get a grill. Somebody be on the grill this year or something like that. But it's people just trying to have a good time.
Someone
or
should have the
something
food
like
truck pull up. That would be crazy.
that. Right. It's people just
That'd be
trying to have a
crazy.
good time. Nobody trying to see watch no kids fight that can't even fight. Just
Exactly.
over there just.
Where'd you even get a taser? That's crazy. All right, McCullough, thank you for stopping by and talking hoops with us.
Hey, hoop talk.
We'll have you here soon. And
Yeah,
probably,
we gotta get you guys back.
We'll figure it out with our calendars. We
sure.
have all
We
these
definitely
damn
gotta pull
podcasts and shows.
Hey,
I'm here like 4 times a week, damn it.
Hey,
Shut-
gotta put the content.
Hey, you gotta do the work.
Shout out to Cheech and Juan, undefeated. Yeah, baby, let's go.
for
Heat check. Let's get it.
You know what? I'm gonna be nice, and I won't say anything about Heat Check on that. Because just go watch the episode. I'll just say that. Just go.
Heat check.
Toward the end of it, I wasn't even saying shit. I was just popping nuggets. I was so mad.
Who got the worst sauce? You?
No, I'm not talking about this. It's making me angry. Co-host REG, co-host Manny. I'm Melly Man. We'll see y'all next week. Peace.
Fire.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you're. Take that.
806 The Show.